Oh, you're recording too, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I'll want it for my own notes.
Who's echoing and why?
That's Simon.
Oh, fucking Simon.
Why am I echoing?
You tell me,
know.
Simon.
You tell me,
Echo.
you tell me,
Second.
you tell me, you tell me, Simon.
Are you?
It's probably because he's in roll 22.
I would say, is he transmitting audio in roll 20?
Oh, that's probably it.
What a stupid, silly bitch.
Yeah, he just needs to change the I want to broadcast.
Hey, Simon.
All right, how's that? Switching to the phone, that might be a little bit better.
You
It's
gonna,
like
Done
way
it.
better.
you gonna hold the phone up to your ear the whole game?
No, I've got headphones in. But is the same thing happening, or are we good?
No,
It's
you're
It
good.
sounds better, actually.
Just tell
Sounds way better.
tell your lady you're on a work call.
I got to do a business.
Hi, who joined?
Can you mute your mics? Please,
Okay, good.
please
Can I
mute
get
your
those
mics.
stats from last
Okay.
quarter?
Yeah, so if you guys want to direct yourself, thank you guys so much for hopping on, by the way.
Getting-
I just want to circle back. You know,
Getting some background
back.
noise.
Wait, is that your dog? Did I hear your dog? You got to show us your dog real quick.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Boys, we've been on isolation for too long.
Yep.
Yeah,
Where's your-
it's been some
Yeah.
some stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh?
Are you talking to me?
No, nothing. It's fine.
Are you talking to me?
Wait, people are gonna see. No, I don't have anything secret in my character sheet, right, Ras?
Mm.
Nope.
Okay. They're gonna see me cheat though.
Oh, you fucking
Yeah.
cheater.
Nice. I like that you cheat.
You fucking
Now that I'm
cheater.
on your team.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
As long as we don't all
Keith is on
five.
Team Bless.
Alright.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good?
he is.
Good, boys?
Let's go.
We're good.
I got my new picture. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
I still see the same picture.
Probably have to relog.
I kept my picture just because I think it's dope,
Yeah,
but I also
kept
just
mine.
minimize that shit.
Same.
Same.
Ooh, yeah, I kept my picture too. Damn. That's fine. You guys can just
Yep.
Deal.
We'll
Yeah,
use
well,
our
it's-
imagination.
imagination.
You can change your picture to your character somehow.
Kind of like, I mean,
If you
it's
change it, you're gonna have to do it to you cosplaying as your character.
we'll figure it out later.
Who wants to read off their backstory first?
I will.
Yeah, it's the same as mine, I think. So go for it.
Give us the.
You want us to read the
medium
whole
length
thing, or do we
version.
just give it like
Okay.
let's just do the abridged version?
Yeah.
No?
No, it's so good.
Nah.
All right.
It's
Yeah,
only
that's
like a
true.
preview.
Ras did write all this shit, so.
It's only gonna take like 2 or 3 minutes to get
Yep.
there.
Alright, my name is Hank Mardukas. And Hank showed promise at a very early age. His father, Jack, was the game master of the Kingdom of Remel, and his mother, Rose, was a librarian. Most of the time, his father's job as game master was to design games to entertain the masses, but other times, it was to stroke the king's ego. Either way, he felt obligated to elevate and educate the kingdom. He always brought his work home and would test out and play his games with Hank. Hank became a quick learner. Within a week of learning a new game, he'd be beating his father. His mother would read books by the fireplace while they played and made it no secret that she delighted in seeing her son outplay her husband. For his 10th birthday and every birthday thereafter, his father would devise a scavenger hunt with riddles. They started out easy with a single riddle leading to his gift hidden in his bedroom. However, by his 17th birthday, he spent a week deciphering riddles, which led him all around the kingdom and had friendly participation from guards, shopkeepers, and even the queen. And then he banged the queen. The king was meant to be a participant, but
That
had
is
begun
not
to grow
in there.
mad.
I wasn't sure which character, who was playing this character until that.
So the queen chimed in with the final riddle of the scavenger hunt. 3 weeks ago, he graduated at the top of his class from sorcerer school under the tutelage of Lore, Remel's High Mage. However, magic is somewhat rare in the realm, so there are only 2 other students. He was enrolled after as an adolescent. He became so mad about losing a game to his father that he flipped the game board without touching it.
He was enrolled in Sorcerer Tech, by the way.
That's right.
The Technical Institute.
A few days ago was his 18th birthday. His father had been increasingly busy with his work and noticeably stressed the king. Was notably stressed by the king's descent into madness. He struggled to muster a smile, saying this year's present will be my grandest yet. He handed over a small book wrapped in a dark blue velvet. It had a familiar sorcerer's glyph and the words Adventurer's Journal near the bottom. Hank opened the first page to find a brief inscription from his father. The inscription reads, "Luck is an illusion, love is a riddle, and life is but a dream. Happy birthday, Hank. You're my best friend. I love you." The first page puzzled Hank, but not the way he was used to. He had grown accustomed to long, winding, complicated scavenger hunts, preceded by confusing rhyming riddles. The first page was nearly blank. It had a single sentence beside an empty checkbox. Travel north to Wayward and answer the call to adventure, aka Whale Town. He looked back up to his father. The rest as you complete it. Laura helped me make it, he assured him. They both paused, and after Hank checked the page, some more and thumbed through the journal, his father rested his hand on the book. Please trust me. His eyes began to well up. You leave tomorrow. Hank could barely sleep that night. He tried to think about the riddle from every angle, checking the journal again several times for hints. For the first time in his life, he felt completely stumped. He set out on horseback the next day with a tearful goodbye from mother and father. A couple days spent northbound to the small traveler's town of Wayward. The job board had a single parchment paper. Needed. Party of enforcers to exterminate red bandits. Paying coin, booze, sex, and a bed. See Brill inside the Wayward Inn for details. He had grown a habit of checking his birthday gift to see if any changes, but alas, it was still blank. He headed inside, too, as he hoped to answer the call to adventure.
Nice.
That brings him to the bar.
That's Hank Mardukas.
That's Hank Mardukas, guys, the sorcerer.
Hey guys, it's me.
And puzzle bitch.
Puzzle. The Riddler.
The Riddler.
All right, who'd like to go next?
I will
Daibu
go
get it,
next.
So Daibu will be basically telling the backstory of both his and Keith's character because they are fraternal twins.
What?
Fraternal gay
Theron,
boys.
or Ren as he prefers, and Morelm share a background, as they are fraternal twins. Their mother's name was Jarsali, who loved them so much that they hardly ever noticed or cared that their father was never in the picture. They would occasionally ask their mother about their father growing up, and she would say, "Love is complicated," with a warm smile and melt away into memories. The boys never let their lack of a father slow them down because their mother was enough for them, but Theron resented what he believed was his elven father and did his best to hide his elven features. Jarsali would make ends meet by quilting and selling those quilts to travelers and friends. However, about once a month, the family would have a quiet, somber day when Mom would stay out all night and come home the next day emotionless. Later in life, the boys would realize that she was selling her body to keep the family afloat. The boys knew desperate times and they understood desperate measures, and in their youth, they would just do their best to cheer their mom up on these rare occasions. Morelm was technically born first, and anyone could tell that from an early age he took the mantle as the older brother, the even-heeled, and the protector. Ren was a bit more rambunctious. The boys spent every moment together, but due to not being identical twins, felt an obligation to divide and conquer whenever possible. They never let the difference of their interests keep them from being with each other. When they came to the age of work around 10, they wanted to help the family income, so they went to work on their neighbor's farm. Old man Blevins was getting too old to do the work himself and lived all alone, but he was a fountain of knowledge. He had lived a very full life, fancying himself a jack of all trades, and would teach the boys whenever they weren't in school or working on his farm. Morelm took up instruments and was fond of Old Man Blevins' book collection, while Ren took up archery and was fascinated by the stories Morelm would retell him of ancient wizards. 3 months ago, Old Man Blevins died a natural death in his home. The boys continued to work the farm, but just wasn't the same without that constant influx of knowledge. Their mother instilled in them a desire to always be improving themselves. Then, 2 months ago, a heart-wrenching loss. Their mother passed of a heart attack. Ren took the loss very hard, and so did Morelm, but he felt a sense of obligation to cheer his brother up and keep the family going. They had always had a call to adventure, and now they had nothing tethering them to their small town. They wanted to be like the characters in Old Man Blevins' books. So they sold off Old Man Blevins' farm, which was willed to them upon his death, and they sold off the family home. They each kept their favorite quilt from their mother, left Farm Hill, and set out to the nearest traveler's town, Wayward. They approached the job board. Needed. Party of enforcers to exterminate the red bandits. Campaign coin, booze, and a bed. See Brill inside the Wayward Inn for details. They looked at each other with matching, beaming smiles. They were finally adventurers.
Yeah, boy. So that brings you to the bar as well, Wayward.
Nice.
And I don't think I wrote it in there, but Fairhill is where you guys came from.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. And then we have to do Pepper because we have to do Simon last.
Okay.
Is that all that's left? Okay. Alright, Yogg's father, Bruno, was an abusive piece of shit. He was the stable master for a small traveler's town, Wayward. He would come home drunk most nights, yelling and breaking things, and irrationally blame Yogg for his own mistakes. Growing up, this anger and resentment manifested in school. Yogg was much larger than kids his age, but he was picked on for it, until he started fighting classmates who dared to belittle him. Trouble in school led to more trouble at home, which cycled back and forth for many years. He started skipping school more and more until he stopped attending entirely. He would always escape to the woods near his house, as he could finally find some peace and quiet there. He loved to watch animals in their natural habitat and observe the things they would do when they thought nobody was watching. His home had become purely a means of shelter, though in the summer months he would sometimes sleep in the woods. One summer night when he was 14 changed everything for Yog. He was falling asleep under the stars in his favorite clearing in the woods when he heard a rustling behind the tree line. Stepping out from the shadows and into the moonlight was a beautiful white cat, bigger than he had ever seen. She hopped up on a rock, staring right at him. After a moment, she dismounted behind the rock, and what emerged cemented this moment as the first that he would ever want to remember. Chloe Silverswift, a real-life shifter. She was older and absolutely gorgeous. I knew there were more like me, she said, and extended her arms for a hug. Yog's keen sense of smell could detect the purity of her intent. Paired with the lack of a mother figure and never having been hugged before, he dived right in. He finally felt at home. They talked all night and she helped him through his first shift. It was easiest with that night's full moon, but with enough practice he would be able to do it in broad daylight. Yog's days looked very different from then on. He spent as much time as he could running through the woods with Chloe. On rare occasions he would stop by at home to raid the cupboards or escape severe weather, but he was happy for the first time in his life. Playing games, faux hunting, sharing meals. His feelings were a confused mix of love and being in love. About halfway. A month ago, Yog headed out to his and Chloe's favorite meeting spot, the clearing where they first met. To his horror, he found a gang of red bandits beating and raping her. A rage came over him like he had never felt before, and in a flurry of swipes and bites, he found himself surrounded by 4 bloody red bandits. Most were missing at least one limb, and one of their heads was never found. He knelt by his beloved, dying Chloe. Somehow, despite the pain, she mustered a smile for him. From the moment I met you, I knew you'd do great things. I always loved you. Yeah, her eyes defocused, her grip loosened in his hand, and she slumped back to the ground. Yog wept, but his sadness quickly turned to rage again, and he let out a bestial cry that sent birds flying for miles. He buried her at the rock she first appeared on, etched a memorial on the rock, and swore his vengeance on the red bandits. It was raining that night. He walked back to the stables, his home, crying the whole time, letting out the occasional yell of frustration. He entered and went straight to the booze cabinet, looking to drown his sorrows. "Drop the fucking bottle, you ungrateful son of a bitch," his father slurred out, lighting up his pipe in the darkness. "I never wanted to be your father. Did you know your mother, Lolaine, was a giant whore? For all we know, I'm not your father. You killed her in childbirth, you fucking monster. It should have been you. It should have been you. You should be dead." He never got the chance to finish his sentence. Yog made quick, clean work of him. He dragged his body out to the woods and buried him in the spot where he and Chloe had dug out to take their shits, a fitting grave. He returned to the stables, but on his way, a flash of lightning lit up the job board and something caught his eye. Needed. Party of enforcers to exterminate the red bandits. Contained coin, booze, and a bed. See Brill inside the Wayward Inn for details. He wandered inside.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
Very
God damn.
Shit was
That's
fucking
awesome.
dark.
For
Man,
real.
I lived a good, clean life, and you. I had a father and mother love me.
Yeah,
You know?
Pepper said it a bit rough.
Yeah. I was in love with a cougar, though.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Hey.
So you're from Wayward originally. You're somewhat familiar with Brill. You went to school in Fairhill, but you never met Morelm or Theron, and you never really went to school there much.
I don't
so.
know. I don't know any of these people.
Right.
Nice.
And then the last person is Shamash?
Shamash.
Shamash?
Smash.
And
Shamash.
here's where you're from. You're from the Broken Chapel here, okay?
Wait, hold up. I got it. Where is it again? Ping it.
The Broken Chapel, it's slightly north of Wayward.
Oh, nice. There it is. Sick.
It's a
Okay.
lizard pit.
All right. This is Shamash, the last Dragonborn Paladin. Hundreds of years ago, a golden dragon named Dude burst forth from a portal in the sky and descended upon the ruling kingdom of the time, Denaria. The dragon, though fearsome, meant no harm. Dragons live by and obey strict moral codes, and each embodies a unique virtue. Dude was the dragon of justice. He only meant harm to those who truly deserve punishment. He was accompanied by a small floating sphere and seemed to communicate with it at times. He was a fearless and proud beast, but was careful not to destroy the things and people around him with his magnificent size. Still, the common folk would flee, and only with the guardianship of the 6th Denarian Templar would King Philip speak to the magnificent beast. King Philip had led Denaria to total control of the continent, but was going mad having no more lands to conquer, along with the natural decay of an old man's mind. Dude pleaded with King Philip. I come here escaping a lethal nemesis, seeking refuge. I mean you no harm and ask for nothing but peace. Will you accept my presence in your lands? The king, overwhelmed by the sheer size of Dude, relented and groveled for peace. They made a formal agreement, bound by dragon magic, and a promised glyph. Whoever possesses this glyph will be protected by Dude, so long as their word and will be just. That decision was born of a deathly fear. The king would later rationalize in his own mind the oath was made under duress. The common folk grew vocal about their unease with the dragon roaming the lands, and the king grew braver, madder, and hungrier for his younger days of conquering. But the 6th Denarian Templar would recognize this corruption. They were accountable to a higher power, and they took their oath seriously. Together they fled the night before the king declared war on Dude to a chapel outside the kingdom's capital. They brought with them the promised glyph with the intention of seeing the agreement through. Dude could sense the glyph's location and descended upon the 6. One of the Templar yelled, "The king has gone mad. Dude, he declares war tomorrow. We come to see our oath through. Will you accept our presence by your side?" Dude let out a dragonly laugh. I don't know what that would sound like. I need you guys to use your imaginations there. The king was shaken by the disappearance of his bodyguards. He wanted to show his people he was still a warhawk, someone to be willing to jump right into battle. He took the capital's brigade and his generals and set out for the dragon, refusing to wait for his full kingdom's army. He met the dragon and the 6 in the open field and demanded the dragon leave the land in a headstrong, rude way. Dude ate him. It happened so fast. The brigade and generals gave Dude their best shot, but Dude retreated to the 6, who he had deputized with dragon magic. The 6 defended the injured golden dragon with divine fury, not losing a single member in combat. Their dragon magic would stay with them as long as they remained just. Dude had another reward for their brave defense. The dragon birthed 10 eggs and bestowed upon them a ritual to hatch them. The 6 performed the ritual while Dude healed up, and to all their surprises, the dragon hatched humanoid and fully grown. He spoke the language in minutes, naming himself Shamash, and immediately requested armaments. They trained together and taught him in the religious ways, embellishing the more justicey parts for his appeal. The great Denarian army did end up coming for Dude and the 6 and Shamash, completely surrounded the chapel they had adopted as their home. A legendary battle ensued. The dragon roared and breathed his fire. The Templar struck and parried with perfection, but Shamash was justice incarnate. It was decided that one Dragonborn at a time was enough to dispense adequate justice in the kingdom, and the 6 would find worthy members to carry on the legacy of Dude's promise. Our Shamash is the last of that legacy. Dude has long since left this world, but no one knows why. Our Shamash was born of the final egg of Dude by the last living Templar in a dilapidated. The lone elderly Templar rushed him through the rituals that the new religious sect had formed throughout the years, disregarding the divinity of it all. He skipped the history and went straight to outlining Shamash's pilgrimage. To return to the chapel with a party you have fought side by side with, who you have cared and trusted for. The old man celebrated and rode off, never to be seen from again, after Shamash's final ceremony. The armament, with his armor, weapons, and glyph, Shamash set out for the outpost on the horizon. Wayward, he approached the job board on a rainy night. Needed. Party of enforcers to exterminate the red bandits. Can pay in coin, booze, and a bed. See Brill inside the Wayward Inn for details. This was a just cause. He entered and pulled up to the bar.
We did it, boys!
Woo!
Made it!
Ras, this is epic backstories. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's so much better than Keith's.
Yeah, fuck those Dungeons and Dragons guys.
I'm actually a lot happier. Simon, yours turned out a lot better than I remember writing it. It sounded a lot better being written or read by you than in my own head. I remember not liking it.
Did I hear that there were 10 eggs, though?
There were 10 eggs. He's the last.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they all
Shamash
died.
is the last one.
So he's Shamash the 9th?
The 10th.
The 10th? Okay.
The other ones are all dead? Or they left?
Yep.
We just know he's the last.
There's only one at a time.
And Shamash doesn't even know, Shamash doesn't really even know his own history. He just knows that he's justice incarnate and a badass.
Yeah, you were just recently birthed, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I've got my notes.
Little baby.
Was born yesterday, not literally yesterday, but
A few yesterdays ago.
Beautiful.
Yesterdays. Okay, so you all find yourself in the Wayward Inn. Oh,
I attack.
Oh.
First attack of the game.
Roll for initiative. And we're done.
Yeah,
Real
great
slow.
campaign, Ras.
Rolls
Oh,
for
thank you.
99.
Thanks everybody for playing my campaign. All right. Each party sits on a stool at the bar. Brill stands behind the bar, retrieving brews for coin. He's a large, muscular human for a barkeep, and he's missing his left arm from the shoulder down. He was a soldier in the Corps, which is the military of the realm, and he lost his arm in the heat of battle. He retired to a quieter life, running the Wayward Inn for passing travelers. This town, I can't explain how small this town is, you guys. It's like 4 buildings, okay? It's like not even, it's like more like an outpost.
Mm-hmm.
His great axe is mounted for display above the bar, a reminder to travelers that Brill is not a pushover. He sees the Dragonborn enter last and pull up to the bar, and he's kind of taken aback. Everybody knows, the lore behind the Dragonborn, and he goes, "Oh, the Dragonborn. Okay, I think this party size should suffice then. Well, I'll get right down to it, guys. My boozes and wines are imported from Pelican Harbor," which you can pull up that map again really quickly.
So I would know about the Dragonborn, correct? Like the stories of them.
Everybody does.
Take my lute and start playing a song that's related to their story, just slowly strumming.
I don't know a Dragonborn song, but
Yeah, me neither. But everyone here does.
It's epic.
Usrota!
Dovahkiin.
Imagine.
No, just quietly playing as I see him walk in.
That's screaming.
It's a habit.
Usrota!
Are you entertained?
I look over at the loop
This is
playing,
like
and I
one
say
of
this
your
shit
first
slaps.
interactions with humans. So you're playing a song.
But you were born like yesterday. Would you even know your music?
No, but I know it slaps.
Yeah.
Let me play you the song of my people.
Yeah, slapping music, that's universal, baby.
Yeah.
Is it a banger?
Okay, so he's talking about how he imports his booze and wine from Pelican Harbor, which is over here on the east, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to make sure people see.
Okay.
Good.
I get the sense Daibu and I are the only ones writing notes.
Yep.
Maybe.
It's not Hank's style.
I have a brain.
I
Wait,
don't know
you play
how
how
to.
you play.
I don't know how to read or write.
Notes are not necessary, we're recording the sessions. It's cool.
I'm just remembering all the good times I had with my family.
I just assume that one of the bitches will take notes for me.
I don't
You
know how to
assumed
read or
correctly.
write.
That's a good roll on the assumption. So these bandits between Pelican and Wayward have been, first they were imposing a tax on the path and kind of overstepping their bounds, and they started stealing stuff as a tax when people wouldn't pay up, and then they just outright started stealing carriages and shit, and that's where we find our situation. See, they've been growing in numbers and have been run out of the south. The traveler who stayed at this here inn told me that he saw them emerging from a path marked by a red bandana tied to a tree. That must be where their new encampment is. The charge is simple enough. Retrieve what remains of my imports and send a message to the bandits. How you do it is up to you. 15 gold to each of you if you can retrieve my ales, and an extra 10 if you can take them all out. You also get free stay as long as you may need, and a celebratory night of free drinks on me. You leave first thing in the morning.
I clap.
And Bro says, "Oh, I forgot to do a voice, but his voice is like Sean Connery. God damn it!"
I bet you have it like in parentheses at the end of your notes. Like,
Do a
use the
voice.
Sean Connery voice.
God damn it.
So Bro goes to Yagi, goes, "Yog, I already paid your father in advance for the use of his horses. Now you boys get some rest. You guys can get to know each other, or play games, or drink, or go upstairs and sleep. It's up to you. You guys are in the tavern. It's whatever."
I clap Theron on the shoulder and I say, "It looks like we get to start our own story here, brother."
Yeah.
It's about
And
time.
then I do a look around and do I see anybody playing music? Is it just me sitting at the bar playing this Dragonborn song? Yeah. Then I
there's an old guy at one of the tables, and he's just like face down in his drink, basically. Like, he's just a degenerate loner.
He's having.
Yeah, I just sling my loot back up and realize that my talents would be wasted here.
Tough crowd.
You turn around to behind you, away from the bar, and you start like one strum, and it's just like, yeah, what's the point?
You said you don't mind if we kill these bandits?
Don't mind at all. That'd be great for me. Sorry, Sean Connery.
What is Yogg? Is just a big burly guy, right? Like he doesn't.
Yeah,
you don't.
He towers over you guys. He's at least a foot taller than you guys. You guys are all
I'll find a
roughly.
Picture. Of what
He's
I look
pretty
like.
smelly
Yeah.
too.
You guys
I
are
say,
all
big man, I'm looking forward to watching you work.
I just kind of grunt and look at my beer and take a sip.
Yep, I'm drinking
other
my beer.
business-
You can tell that we haven't gotten many chances to drink like real alcohol before. We're trying to fit in.
Yeah, bro's like, can you handle that one? Do you want another?
They come in pints.
I mosey over to Shamash,
Smash.
Thank you. Thank you.
and I say, I just tell him, I basically I start playing the song again. It's like this nervous habit. I don't mean to do it. And I just by looking at him, I just start playing it, and I say, I've read stories of your kind, and I just want to say thank you for gracing us with your presence.
You're such a bitch.
You're gonna suck his dick next, aren't you?
You're gonna ask him if you can show your boots, sir. Can always
And I
sit
look-
on your
I-
boots and
I look
sign
over my shoulder and I say, Theron, do you remember those stories?
Beer
Ah.
laughing at this exchange. I just start laughing out loud at this exchange, and I can't believe it's happening.
What? You think you're some worldly traveler? What's your name? Hank?
Yeah, my name's Hank.
Sounds pretty foreign to me.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of people who would call me their best friend where I come from, so people love me.
I start playing a playful melody and I say, why don't you go back to that coloring book you're carrying in your pocket? Leave the adventuring to the real men.
I said maybe I will. You know, I'm not gonna go suck some guy's dick just because of his appearance.
Good start.
I'll wait till I get to know him better.
Show some respect to the Dragonborn. And I say, Brill, I'll see you in the morning, and head up to my room.
He says, "Yeah, it's last call, anyways, boys."
I mumble.
We'll roll my eyes and
Before-
say,
while he walks away with his loot, he turns back and sees me give a curt nod and a dragon thumbs up, which is actually a middle finger because I don't know what's happening or what I'm doing.
Fun world.
But in my head, it means thank you. I got you, bud.
I asked for another beer.
I hang with the guy
That's
drinking
good.
the beer, and I ask for one too.
Yeah.
I roll to see if I get drunk.
Roll.
I am.
Do it.
roll Constitution.
Man, he's gonna miss the first adventure because he's blacked out.
Manny, you try to take a bite out of your cup.
It didn't go so well.
Look at this fucking guy. Oh man.
Off to a
I
good
roll my
start.
I think
Bro. Brill just
I don't
looks at you with a very confused look. He's like, is that what the kids are into these days?
I'm gonna need to see some ID.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and finish my beer and then head up to bed. See you fellas in the morning.
I stay seated at the bar.
I keep trying to
Would
figure
you
out
like-
this beer.
Oh, this beer? Yeah, you look at the mug confused. Give it another shot. Let's roll
This
another
actually-
d20. Let's see how
No,
you
no,
do.
no. This actually is my first beer ever in my character's backstory, and I'm just pretending like I know what I'm doing.
Trying to be super cool.
How old is
I
Hank?
just turned 18.
He tries to
Yeah.
drink out of the opposite side of the glass and spills it all over
Perfectly,
himself.
hey Pepper, I'm perfectly league well.
The well.
He's like 18 in a couple of days, and 18 is like
you're like swishing it around in your mouth and
Yeah.
getting all grossed out.
And I go, I love beer.
This is a red, I think.
Yogg, I think technically you're the youngest, even though you're the tallest, but because you're so fucking big, no one cards you or they assume. Even though Brill knows that you're not, I mean, it's like, it's whatever, dude.
I asked Yogg, what his story is.
I just kind of like look at him out of the side of my eye, and then I just go back to sipping my beer, looking straight ahead.
I go, oh yeah, me too. Like, I think Yogg's really cool.
Alright, let's put you boys to sleep.
I would say I come back down the stairs in like a nightgown with one of those floppy naps, and I was like, guys, can we please get some bed?
Can we go back to having Keith be a DM again, not a player?
Alright, I go to bed.
Oh man.
I'm gonna spend the night just sitting on the
Brill
stool,
closes up
staring
top.
straight ahead.
Wipes down the bar and tells you to get lost, go to bed.
We'll grab a beer real
You
quick.
need a full rest for your adventure tomorrow. I need you in tip-top shape.
Hey, Raz, since I'm a Dragonborn, do I need only like 4 hours of rest or anything special?
You
about my
wish.
rest? Dang it!
You're not that special.
Damn it!
You're just the only Dragonborn. Chill out, dude.
Dovahkiin.
Alright, the night is quiet and uneventful. Morning comes, you guys all wake up and you gather your things. Yogg is familiar enough with the stable's business to retrieve a horse for each of you.
Everyone kind of looks around and says, "Hey, where's your dad?"
No one.
I
Who
say,
says that?
I say,
Doesn't his dad run the stable? Like, aren't they wondering where his dad was that he killed?
Who? Who's wondering?
The other people who work at the stable?
It was just
Just him?
yeah,
Got
it's
it.
like a 4
The family business.
town.
Got it.
Ridiculous.
Are you asking where my father is?
No.
So you guys grab horses. You set out to the southeast path.
Did anyone else lose Ras?
No, he's just focusing on changing.
Yeah, he's just changing the map.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are heading east here. There's a southeast path.
Yeah.
You guys are heading to the path between, or basically to Pelican Harbor.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
It's not very
About
far
12
away.
feet away?
Yep, 13 feet.
You guys just gotta hop, skip, and jump there.
4 turns across the map.
Yep.
Okay, let's get like a marching order with horses though. And Morelm and Theron, you share a horse.
We share a horse. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd probably be somewhere middle, I would guess.
Yep.
It's a long horse.
I'm gonna go behind Yogg and I'm gonna be like, so what's your story, man?
He doesn't get anything but like grunts and quick side eyes from me.
I just kind of keep talking. I'm like, yeah, I came from a small town. And I'm like, what? Where do I gotta go? I'm just like rambling to him.
I feel like Ren and I would both be pretty alert to our surroundings, though.
Yep, I'm definitely looking around. I'm
I'm not
pretty
at all.
blind.
You guys don't have to be in a straight line like that if you don't want to.
I know.
Horses like to
I'm
walk in
doing
straight lines.
exactly what I want to be doing.
You can't share the fucking same space.
I know. I just follow you.
That's too close. You're following too closely.
All right.
It's
Hey,
weird.
can I share your horse?
All right.
Okay. So you guys are just sauntering along. There's no rush, really. You guys got all day to find the encampment. You guys are on the lookout for a red bandana attached to a tree.
Is this like a Where's Waldo game? Do we have to find the square?
Yeah, find the square.
Okay, alright, looking.
Let's roll some perceptions and see if anybody sees that bandana. Pepper doesn't see the bandana.
Nope, wrong. There it is.
Alright, you guys are just heading along.
Uh-oh.
So like, I just graduated from mage school. I'm like the best mage in my class. I was
Get out of
pretty
his
good.
square.
My mom and dad, they were really cool to me. My dad likes riddles. Riddles are really fun. They're kind of my favorite things to do. I just really like riddles. You like riddles, Yog? Yog, I bet you'd be good at riddles.
Hank, you're gonna give us away.
What do you mean?
They can hear you for miles around.
I've got a riddle for you. Knock,
Alright,
knock.
you guys are continuing along the path. No red bandana yet. Why don't we roll perception again?
I got a riddle for you. What's the difference between you and a mallard with a cold?
Oh yeah, that's a 20, baby.
Alright, Pepper, you sniff the air, you go, and you smell it before you see it. And Maney, you and Yog kind of say it at the same time.
Oh, that's like my dream. Hey, what's that? Pepper? Pepper, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, look at that!
I smell shit.
It's like you guys rehearsed it. So you guys find it up there on the path, and
I just hold up like a big meaty fist to stop the column.
directly below the bandana is this like bush, this big old bush. So you go up to it and you kind of move it aside, and you realize it's not actually rooted there; it's just hanging out. And
I
you
tap.
guys hit a couple hundred feet through the path, and you see a clearing. Take you there.
I give a nudge to Ren, and kind of like a nod
Help
at his
me out
bow.
and do marching order again.
I can't see anything.
You
Black
gotta,
to me.
you gotta zoom out.
There we go.
Zoom out. It's bottom right.
Yeah, you guys should be in the bottom.
Got it.
Yep.
I can't click my token though.
Yeah, mine is.
Oh yeah, you need to add control.
Yep,
Yeah.
You're right. These are not the right tokens. Where are they? On the wrong layer.
Yeah, they might just be on the map layer.
Ah!
Yeah, Control Z.
God, the ground is shifting beneath my feet.
You have to single click and then right click and move layer on our tokens.
Not on the layer that I'm trying to grab it.
Yep.
Whatever. We might have duplicate tokens at just the entryway.
That's fine.
That's fine. Did you Control Z your map move back though? It looks like we still got some white space, unless that white was already there.
I think it was already there.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh, where is it going to drop you off? Oh yeah, I can do it. Okay. There you are. Figure out your marching order here.
Whoa.
I think
Sorry
Yeah,
for the
it's pretty good.
duplicates.
No, I think I liked kind of where you had me. If I'm gonna be honest.
There's 2 Shemashes. We need to get rid of one of those guys.
Well, one's part of the background.
He's your twin.
Ah.
Double Yog. Yog.
Yog.
Yog.
Zug.
Let's just move up a little, everybody.
You guys are heading down the path, yada yada, and then the path you can tell when you guys get to the next turn, like move up a little bit further. Yeah, once you get right there, you can see that it's starting to open up here.
Guys, it's really opening up here.
I look at Ren and see if there's anything he can decipher from this area.
A couple of broken branches, but nothing looks fresh.
There's a beaten path. You definitely know that. I mean, you guys, when you found the red bandana, you guys knew you were heading in the right direction.
We're on the right track.
All right, Pepper, why don't you take the lead, and I'll be right behind you, right on your tail.
Okay, hold up.
Hold up.
You see, stop moving forward. You see a tent, and a bandit emerges from it. Oh, I'm gonna have to do the bandit token again, I think. So I added it the same way I did the last ones. You see this bandit here emerge from the tent. He doesn't spot you guys, and he starts heading over here. Looks like he's got to take a piss. He looks sleepy,
doesn't
like he
see
might have
us.
just woken up. He doesn't see you guys.
want to duck into the trees on the right side. Try and hide.
I'm like visibly like furious at this bandit. Like I'm like tensing and grinding my teeth a little, but I'm
Yeah,
standing
whisper,
still.
you're emotionally involved in killing this bandit.
I don't
sense-
like charge, but I'm just like looking real pissed.
I can see Yog's expression and put my left hand just in front of him, not touching him, just in front of him, cautioning.
Yeah, you can sense that his emotions are risen.
Yeah,
I,
I don't move, but I'm looking past that hand right at that fucking bandit.
I kind of go up and grab everyone, pull us to the side, and I say, let me scout ahead. And I cast, after seeing the bandit, I cast Disguise Self on myself to make myself look like exactly what he looked like.
Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Let me just read this real quick.
You were a bandit all along, brother.
He's a bandit!
Yog attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, when he flips, I also get like a little like surprised kind of look. And
Okay, yeah.
look angry at him too, but I shake it off and look back at the original bandit.
Whew.
I say, trust me. Let's see what I can see, and then I'll be back.
Yeah, have at it. You take on the appearance of a red bandit. Their outfit is really simple. It's just like a it's like a red cloak, and it's got it's a black cloak, but it's got red accessories. They have red bandanas that they wear on their face, like they have corona. That's about it.
Yeah,
You
no.
look
So
like that.
I gestured to everyone to hide in the woods, and I come. I just want to saunter up into this clearing. And
So he's facing the woods over here. He's pissing into the woods.
then I want to go to west. I want to head west around.
More reveal for you. You want to go west?
Yeah, away from him. Yeah, I want to kind of start walking towards where I assume the camp is.
Before you head west, you can spot the carriage, the loot, the wines and the booze carriage here.
Nice.
Great.
You're heading west, you said?
Yeah. Do you want me to do it? I mean, I guess I don't need to really roll anything for hiding them, but do you want me to roll a perception just to see how observant I am out here for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ooh, not very.
Not very. You see, you got the two tents here. There's a big old like fire pit in the middle that's gone out. They might have been. They probably had it from last night, and it's gone out since they went to sleep.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can reveal just a tad more here. There's a big hut in the middle.
I want
It's
to
like-
keep doing the perimeter, like just keep continuing my path as best I can.
You sneaking around? Or you just like walking?
No, I'm walking. I'm acting like I know exactly where I'm going.
Okay.
The party
Like-
around me can tell that I'm starting to lose my restraint.
Okay. I would say you get like two more like move kind of things before the other bandit is done with his piss.
Okay. I think.
As you pass this this hut here, you can
Mhm.
hear somebody snoring inside. Still pretty early morning.
Yeah, I want to.
Not like early morning, but it's like it's morningish.
I think I would make a move into the cluster of huts to maybe listen to what I'm assuming this is another one here.
Mm-hmm.
To see if I can get a sense of. So you said I can hear snoring here. I want to see if I can maybe
How many people
discern
is in there?
anything. Yeah, discern anything from maybe these two huts if there's anything.
Sure. Go ahead and move up to like
Yeah, I'll just put myself here for you.
go like here.
Okay. Yeah.
You hear more snoring in this one, and you hear you don't hear anything in this one.
Okay.
Well, do a perception. Let's see how well you hear it. Something's happening.
Okay.
If you roll really well, you'll find out.
I think that there's something happening.
I'm-
Someone
I'm-
fucking...
Jesus.
You don't
Too
catch
focused.
him masturbating.
Too focused on keeping.
Yeah.
Too focused on
I'm-
keeping his disguise up.
Yeah, I'm new to this, so I'm trying to, I've never used my costume skills for sneaking. It's more for entertaining my brother and old man Blevins. Yeah, I feel good with my intel, and I would actually, I'd loop back into the woods and run back to them and just kind of tell them what I've seen.
Okay, so this bandit is now heading back to his tent. You're
Yeah,
heading
I would.
like westish, or
Yeah,
you
I
wanna
would have
loop
just.
down around here.
I would have gone. Yeah, I would have kind of looped into the trees.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on. I
exactly.
think you got to do a little discern direction kind of stuff, like
Oh,
nature
sorry.
mode. You're not.
Can
well,
do.
It's not that far. It
Okay.
depends. So do you want to go far into the woods and be safe, but have a chance of being lost, or do you want to be less covered, less safe, and know what direction you're going?
I'm gonna go less covered, and definitely look like I'm trudging my way back towards the tent where the guy, the bandit that we saw came from. But then at the last second, I want to divert back to my friends.
Okay.
This spell lasts for an hour, so I can tell them what's going on, and then maybe we can use me as a bait or something like that.
Instigating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey pot.
Honey pot.
Honey dick.
Honey dick.
So you're passing back over here, and this bandit is like, "Hey, Jerry!"
Classic Jerry.
I say,
And he
my
waves at you.
man, that was fun last night, huh? And
He
I give
goes,
him
"Dude, you and those 3 chicks." He goes, "Which one was best?"
let me do an insight check. I want an insight to see if he's trying to bait me into something.
Ooh, good insight. He legitimately wants to know how you did with those 3 chicks last night.
I say, you would have thought the tall one, but it was actually the short one that was the most fun. And I give like a ride that horse dance sort of thing, like wave my lasso in the air and keep walking.
You should find out if they're still here.
Find out if what are
The
still here.
chicks.
Oh, the chicks. You want to find out if the chicks are still here?
Yeah.
Might as well need to know if I need to worry about some innocence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you? Are they still around? I haven't seen them since last night.
He goes, "Are they still around?"
God damn it! I was like, oh yeah, you're right. They can't go anywhere. And I double finger gun again.
Say like classic Jerry, and then just keep walking.
He goes,
What a Jerry.
He goes, "Okay, Jerry.
I really jerried that one.
Over here."
Fucking Jerry Gengerch over here.
Guys, my real name's Gary.
He goes, "Okay, Jerry." And he kind of wanders right here.
Yeah,
He's eyeing you up.
I thumb towards the trees and I say, gotta take a shit.
Are
And,
we
I
are we
beeline
hearing
out.
this, by the way, or no?
Probably maybe hear it very faintly.
How far is this? Somebody measure that for me. I don't.
I got it.
Tools.
30 feet. Yeah.
You heard the original, "Hey, Jerry!"
But we're not hearing the. Like I wouldn't have
You
heard.
can't make out the words. You can hear You can hear words. You can't make out the words.
Can I perception check to see if I heard the bit about them still being here?
Yeah, you bet.
All right. Is perception the right one? It would be, right?
Yeah. It's pretty good. You know.
So
You
I
heard it.
I heard that comment.
You heard, yeah.
I'm unlimbering my maul at the moment.
I want to, at seeing him do that, I want to give out like a special bird call that I know that Morelm was going to know. Like, I need your attention.
Yeah, I beeline back to the
You guys
group.
got like a brotherly.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. Keith, you hear the signal from your brother.
Hmm. Yeah, I beeline back, knowing that something's about to pop off somewhere.
Back to them, or what do you mean back?
Back to my group. Yeah, back to the party,
Okay.
to where I can give them my information about these 4 huts and the carriage that I've seen, and then letting them know there's at least 2 bandits. One's sleeping. It might be Jerry. I'm not sure.
You run to
Guys, his name's Jerry.
You run here, and the whole suspicion of the scenario, and seeing you run, the bandit is like, "Boys, wake up! Somebody's here!"
And I point at them and I say, "They're over here! They're over here!"
Jerry, wake up, Jerry!
You see a bandit emerge from this one. Hut back here. We'll just say fuck it. You guys see the hut right now.
Yeah, I quickly yell about, "There's 5 huts and a carriage."
Okay. 4 bandits emerge. We are rolling initiative. Keith, where do I see initiative? Where do I bring that initiative? Oh,
It's
here it is.
yep, you got it.
And then how do I roll initiative for the tokens? Do I highlight
So
it?
you
I
select
just
one
roll
of
it?
them. No, select one of them and say add turn, and that'll give them a 0, and then you can
Wait, what?
however.
Turn.
So right click add turn on the token,
Ah.
and that's the whole group. Yep, and then,
And then
just
I
do
just
like a roll.
custom roll.
Yeah, custom roll, and only do
that's
one.
the whole
Yeah,
roll. Yeah.
Yep. Because they all go on the same turn.
Let's see, what's their initiative like?
It's the Dex mod.
Woo, boys! 19 plus 1.
Oh.
Who has not rolled? We need
Me.
Ren, and we need Hank
Maney.
Martinez. We need...
Attaboy.
Yeah,
Hank.
About time I get to roll initiative well.
Big Bang Hank. You gotta
He
click
did.
your token,
You gotta
nub.
click the token. How long have we been doing this?
Well, no, it's like I click my token, and then if I click my character sheet, then it's like I didn't click my token, and then it does it. No?
No, we don't know.
No.
No. Oh, you should
Ras,
know.
when this happens, you can just
We
right
don't
click
know.
add turn and do it
Now
for
you
him.
know.
Keith, did you know that there's a sort by descending thing here?
I did not.
I remember seeing you manually do those. Okay,
I
whatever.
did not.
Alright, boys, the Red Bandits, they start.
Bring it.
Hey, who just moved?
Well,
Who
so
just
do they?
moved?
Do
Get
they?
back there, Shamash.
They need to
Shamash.
succeed on an intelligence check, investigation, to see if they can tell that I'm not one of them. If I'm following the spell
You
correctly.
can start half-heartedly fighting us and blend into their ranks.
There's multiple ways of deceiving them. You deceived them successfully with your appearance, and then you did not deceive them successfully with your words.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
For your actions.
I dispel the illusion then,
Okay.
and turn back, flip the bird, and
Goldilocks.
sling my loot out.
Yeah. Alright, boys, the Red Bandits, they take their turn first. This bandit is going to position with half cover at the side of the hut. He's going to fire his... What has he got? A light crossbow on you, Morelm.
Oh no.
Is he drunk still?
Good luck! Oh my god, that's a 1. That's a natural 1. It goes flying.
The crossbow shoots him backwards.
Does it bounce off a tree and hit a buddy?
Unfortunately not. How far? Somebody measure how far. Not fucking that guy. Okay, yeah, they have 30 moves. 1, 2. Okay, so this red bandit, he's trying to catch up to you.
Oh god.
He warned the guys, and he's like, "I thought we were friends, Jerry." He's got a scimitar, and he takes a swipe at you. Pretty good. That's pretty good. 20 against AC.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
Morelm is down.
3 slashing damage.
3.
3 slashing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This bandit moves to here to reinforce his buddy. This one is going to position around the hut with his light crossbow. Does not take a shot at what is the 80? That's like half. He'll take an attack with the light crossbow with a minus. Because it's far, and it was a really shitty roll anyways. That one goes flying anyways. Alright. Shamash. The first player turn of the campaign. Let's see what you got.
All right,
Would
I'm coming
you
up. I'm coming up to the
Save
side
me,
here,
Dragonborn.
and I'm going to swing two-handed warhammer.
You mean you
Do
swing?
it!
You showing?
Oh,
Is that his quirk? He's just got a
Okay,
terrible list.
hold up. I want to. I want to preface
Pretty good
this
first
by
roll.
saying like I came in, and I snorted like smoke out of my nostrils, and I just took out my warhammer, just did a huge swing at the guy's knees.
Are you a shield and Warhammer guy, or?
two-handed. He's using that
Two-handed
Warhammer
Warhammer.
two-handed. You can
Yeah.
use it one-handed, I think.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it makes it
It's
what,
like a
2d8
smaller
or
one
something
that-
like that.
I think it's what is it called?
Woohoo, Simon!
Yeah. So what's the damage on that shimmer?
You'll have to look at your character sheet and roll it. Sorry.
1d10 plus 3 bludgeoning.
So 2d10 plus 3.
Roll.
Yeah, Warhammer is versatile, so you
Wait,
can
am I
choose to.
Am I rolling again, or what? What's
Yeah,
happening?
you need to because
Yeah,
it doesn't
you
roll the
have to.
damage.
If you're using
I-
it
I was
two-handed,
looking at the
you're rolling a
sorry.
D10.
Yeah, we might need
Yeah,
to modify
2d10
your
plus-
sheet a little bit. It should roll
So
damage.
15
when it rolls.
damage.
Alright, 12 damage. How would you like to kill this red bandit?
No, 15.
Oh, yes.
That's 2d10 plus 3.
It was enough anyway.
I want both of his knee. I swiped his knees, so both of his knees, like basically his legs, come clean off and just falls down. And he's
The
just done.
You
Dragonborn.
completely removed this man's legs from the knee down on both legs, and he kind of does the Wile E. Coyote, and he just like floats there for a second, then he slams straight down, and he's so horrified he dies.
So embarrassed.
Shamash.
Okay.
Ras, you sound a little far away, like your mic may be moved or
Hello?
something.
Yep.
There you go.
Keeps on like folding. The earpiece keeps on folding in on me, and then
Oh, good.
mic is propped up against my chest. Okay, I'll try to keep it in. I think you still have a bonus action if you'd like.
You
How
can
far
finish your
away-
movement too.
Oh, so like.
Yeah,
I
you didn't run
swung-
30 feet there.
Okay. How far away is this guy?
That's
15 more
20 feet. Yeah, or 15 feet.
Do I have any movement left or no?
You have movement. You don't have any. You don't have an attack. You have bonus action.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything
Okay, I'm just gonna stay right here.
unless you like got a trick up your sleeve or some shit. You probably don't.
I mean, I got
We're
something, but
level 1,
I'd rather that there's more guys in here.
You guys, the Dragonborn's reputation precedes himself. He steps up and with the first fucking attack of the campaign, he
With a fucking
absolutely
crit.
naps somebody in half.
It's gonna be a good campaign.
And then he steps in front of the little bard, and
Morel?
he's ready
Morel.
to take his place in front of an arrow or something. All right, Hank Mardukas, you're up.
I'm gonna walk up and give this guy the old magic missile.
So walk up to his face.
How many times are we gonna hear that in this campaign?
No, I'm just gonna give him the old blast. So like all
That's-
my
That's the new
my-
Ruby slide.
Yep.
So like the custom thing of my guy is I do like everything's like force related. So like
It's all
think of
psychic
this-
damage.
so instead of glowing darts of magical force, these things just kind of like bam, 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 and hit him.
Mhm.
There's 3 of them.
There's kind of these
So we don't see anything fly. It's just like he's being
he's
hit
just
from
like,
inside.
"Oh!"
it's
Yeah,
kind
Kinetic-
of like a
Kinetic blast.
kind of like like you know how like an oasis shimmers.
Right.
It's kind of like that. It's like a mirage,
heat.
kind of like you see
Nice.
like a translucence.
I
in the
gotcha.
air, like a disruption, like a pressure wave.
So it's like a force wave.
He's
Yeah.
an airbender.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
All right, roll them. Oh, you did. Sweet.
Plus 1 force damage.
For
on
each?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So 12 damage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How would you like to kill this guy?
I just go right in his dick. Just 3 shots in his dick, and he just collapses.
This guy goes, oh, oh, oh! He goes,
I look at,
I banged last night.
and I go,
It was Jerry.
and after he goes down, I go, yo, did you see that?
Would you like to do any more move, or you have a bonus action available?
Well, when I cast a level 1 spell as part of my class, I can fly 10 feet up in the air, so I do that right after.
You run into a branch, dude. You're.
That's cool.
He's just testing the water, seeing how it works.
Doesn't
I go, ah!
doesn't anyways, okay. Manny, you
So,
you blast
real quick.
these 3 psychic things out, and the force from that alone shoots you upwards, and you kind of like bump into a branch, and you kind of stumble down. You don't fall prone, but you're like, ugh, ugh.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
just
you
to add,
do to this whole like real combat thing. You're
Yeah.
just not like the
Adrenaline dump. Adrenaline dump.
Mains, just to add to that, so I totally read that the exact way you just did when I was drunk reading it and like texting Ras, like, I don't think this is what he wants to be. I think that means fly up to 10 feet, not fly up the direction 10 feet. So you could do that clearly because that's funny, but I think it means you can
Oh,
literally.
I
You
can
get like
fly
a
anywhere.
bonus. You
Oh,
get like
I
a
read that
bonus
wrong.
roll.
Oh, cool. So I
Like,
can fly 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
I thought it was just fly straight up.
I thought the exact same thing, and I was
This is
like, this
way
is the
cooler.
dumbest class ever.
Yeah, so instead of that, I just want to kind of
No,
fly.
no, you hit the branch.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. Fine.
With this
Fine.
particular one, fucking
No
right.
It was the
retcon.
first time I tried that move.
Yep.
You went up instead of sideways.
It's a common mistake. First time. Performance anxiety.
All right, me.
Ren, I think, yeah.
Oh,
Ren
right.
is first. He got high
Bullshit.
at dex.
What? What's your dex?
16.
So is mine.
Well,
We get a roll.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You guys can. I forgot. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys had time. Go ahead and roll a d20.
you're far away, Ras, again.
Roll a d20. Boom, bitch.
Nice. Okay, so Yag goes first.
That's right, he does. Yeah, he just fucking barrels at this dude. And I enrage.
You rage as you move. You kind of do this like lumbering forward stalk with your hands like kind of out forward and by your side in like a claw hand motion.
Yep.
And you
My maul is
you
already
can
in
tell
my
the blood's
hands.
pumping.
Let me just double check what all this means. Okay. And I just fucking crack this dude in the skull with my maul. Why doesn't it roll damage?
I gotta figure out the setting. I'm not sure. I thought I've said it correctly. It's my fault.
Anyways, that
Make-
is
if
certainly
you-
a hit.
Yeah, it rolls damage if you you got to check the damage box on your roll, I think. If you've got the weapon set up in
Damage
the
is
very
checked.
middle.
2d6
checked.
plus strength, yeah. And then I get rage damage too, which
Gotcha.
is 2
In
more.
theory, it should roll for it with it, I think, but
Yeah, it should be. It's a setting.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, my damage is 2d6 plus 3, so I'll do 2d6. So 7 damage.
Okay, this guy is he gets slammed into. What is your weapon again?
A maul.
A maul.
Yeah. It's like
You,
a big 2-hand hammer.
You do like a sideways swing and you hit him into the hut, and he's like, ugh! But he's still standing. He's still alive. 7 damage. You said plus 3 on that damage.
Yeah, because I'm raging, so that's 2 more, and then 1 for strength.
All right. And you have a bonus action. I don't
I can't do it.
available. Yeah. Ren.
all right. I'm watching closely. I want to. I think that Yog and I were both kind of running up at this guy at the same time, and I want to stop short and pull an arrow out of my quiver. Kind of tell him pretty nervous. It's like you can tell I've been practicing this a lot, but it's the first time. It's way different in the heat of battle. And I take out my bow and I knock an arrow and I take a deep breath and I shoot at him.
Which one?
This one, the one that
I
you
need
almost
to-
killed.
17. Let me read
Yeah.
up on cover real quick because he has half cover. It's just a picture.
Combat cover.
Half cover has plus 2 bonus to AC.
Yeah.
You rolled a what math?
17.
You most certainly hit. Roll that damage.
Four.
Do you have
Alright.
proficiency or anything like that?
Yeah, not on the damage, just on the attack.
And you have a bonus action available?
Nothing I can do.
I think you have move left over if you want.
Yep, I do.
You sure you don't
I'm,
get your dex modifier or anything on a longbow? Like, I don't know.
it's in my attack. It's not in the damage. Yeah, I get my I do get that's
I
1d8 plus 3.
Yeah, I get it in my attack and in my damage.
Yeah, you're right. It is in there. It's the plus 3. My plus 3 to my dex.
So 7.
Yes. No, because that is 1d8 plus 3.
Oh, it's
Yeah, you
already
rolled
doing
a
it.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 1d8 plus 3. Yeah, he did it. Oh, you
Yeah.
rolled a 1.
I
Good
rolled
job,
a
buddy.
1 on my damage.
All right.
And then I'm
Morel.
going to shift
Oh,
over.
sorry. Yeah, you can.
Did that one... Sorry, I missed. Did that one die or no?
No.
It did not? Okay.
Not.
So I take my loot out, and the first thing I kind of clap Shamash on the shoulder, and I say, that was incredible. And I give him some bardic inspiration, meaning that he
Is it gonna be like the whole time?
I pretend to throw up.
so you can use a d6. You get an additional d6 on anything where you need to roll a d20.
Where you need to roll what?
Where you
It's like
where you need
blessed,
to roll a
but better.
d20. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
blessed
it's
but
a
better. Yeah, so it's
bonus
for
dice.
checks.
Bless.
Once within the next 10 minutes, creature can roll the die and add the number to the roll to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it makes.
What's this thing called?
It's called bardic inspiration.
You can only put it on one.
Yeah.
person? Okay.
Well, I get up to my Constitution modifier, which is 3. So
3 per long rest.
One at a time.
Or short
though.
rest.
3 per
3 per short rest or long
You
rest.
can't apply 3 bardic
Yes,
inspirations.
No, I can't. I can give it out,
Yeah, I thought you could.
but it only lasts 10 minutes. But I can use it equal up to my charisma modifier until I finish a long rest. So I have 2 left.
So he can use all 3 in the same battle at the same time. He just can't use them again till a long rest.
So,
And then
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Were you gonna ask a question
So
or?
most of you guys are used to combat being like combat, and you look over and this guy's pulled out an instrument and he's starting to play music, and some of you are like, "Is this really the time?"
Yeah.
I roll my eyes and say, "Yep, it's the time. It's always the time."
I go
Shamash,
in.
you're starting to like this.
I
No, I do. I look thankful, a little confused, but thankful.
I start playing a song then called "The Joker in the Well," and I kind of walk my. Sorry, I don't know the right thing selected. I saunter my way to here, to where I can see, where I can see the bandit that was left standing, and I cast Vicious Mockery, which is a DC. Oh God.
Is the bardic inspiration like a bonus action, or what is that?
It is a bonus action, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bonus action that I can do whenever, and I can do it on my turn. So I use Vicious Mockery, which is a DC 13 Wisdom save, and I just am playing. Like I said,
one of my rule changes just occurred. I rolled a 13. Now, in my campaign, ties will always go to the players.
Nice.
So
Nice.
successfully viciously mock this guy.
So
What
playing
does
the
that sound
song.
like? Yeah, you're playing a song, right?
Like I said, I'm playing the song "The Joker in the Well," and let me find Vicious Mockery.
This guy's like, wait, am I the Joker?
Or am I the well?
Am I the well?
It's a well-known song, and I say so. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage, which I only rolled the 1, and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll before the end of his turn.
Very cool.
So he only took
That's your
1
turn.
damage. That's all I can do.
Cool. All right, guys. Something happens. It starts to rain.
Ooh, I hear the rain. It's like
I
raining
don't.
outside where I am right now too, so it's freaking me out.
And then
Who's
a
this
big
fucker?
boss guy emerges from the hut.
Oh shit!
Big boss guy.
Big boss guy. And he goes, "Oh, how about last night, boys? Am I right?" What? Oh, what the fuck? And he charges out, and he's like, ah! He's better armored than these other guys. He has a sword, a nicer sword than these other guys, and a small round metal shield. And you can tell he just carries himself like a leader, like a total asshole. But that is his turn.
Is the dude in front of me still alive, or did Diver
Yes.
kill him?
No,
He's
Diver did not.
very almost dead. And I also didn't kill him because I suck. But he has disadvantage if he tries to attack you.
Exactly, and so he's
He got
battered. He's battered. He's morally broken. He starts to cry a little, but he's like, "It's raining. It's raining on my eyes." And he takes a swing at you. Wow, does he ever take it? Oh, I have to roll twice, right? Because he's got this.
Correct.
Sucks to be him. Yeah, he's like, "Stop! Don't laugh at me!" And he takes a pathetic swing, and Yog, you're like, "Really, kid?"
I play a
Even though he's older than you. He
sort of
swings,
sound on
and
my
it's a
lute.
big fat miss.
Nice.
So now it is top of the order, or not top of the order, sorry, but
What about?
order for you
Wait,
guys.
hold on. What about this guy over here? Doesn't he have a turn? No.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. I forgot.
No, he shot it. Oh no, this time.
Yeah, he's gonna take his light crossbow and shoot Ren. Ren, you're the closest. He's eyeing you up. It's garbage. It's total garbage.
What's
These
the-
guys have no idea how to use light crossbows. They're much more. They just kind of crash and bash and slice and dice.
What's like the effective range for ranged weapons?
60
Says
feet.
here, for a light crossbow, it's 80 with 320 at disadvantage.
Okay.
Quite good.
Longbow, I assume, is farther, like 100.
Yep, it's 160, I think.
Shamash, show me how it's done.
Okay, so, God, how do you guys do like the distance thing? It's crazy to me.
It's the on
Like
your
the
it's
ruler on the
north
left.
down the ruler. Yeah, snap to
Oh,
center.
I see it.
Or no
Okay.
snapping is better.
No?
Oh, you can hide from others. I didn't realize that.
Okay,
But it's
I'm
more
going
fun
to walk up to this big baddie, and I'm going to unleash this.
Breath
Zip.
weapon.
Jeez, you're gonna walk up to him and use a ranged attack on him? That's very shotgunly of you.
Don't
So
burn-
gotta
make
don't
sure
burn
you're-
one of the
Here's a
huts down.
cone. Is yours a cone or a line?
It's a cone.
Okay.
I don't know any better. I don't. This
It's
is
a
all
fi-
brand
it's
new.
only-
to me.
it's a
I just took out a
15-foot
guy
cone.
with one
Nah,
swing,
fucking
not by
love
my
it.
own strength.
So this captain, he's clearly just woken up, but he's got big balls, and he starts running right at the Dragonborn, and you start running at him, and it looks like you guys are about to meet and clash in the fray, and you just unleash a fucking fireball of it looks a little different than fire. It's brighter. It's like maybe more goldish kinda. You are a golden dragon after all, golden dragonborn. It's kind of got like a shimmer to it. It's not like real
Nice.
fire. It's shaped like fire, but. And how do we roll this thing? The
It's
DC
8. It's a day saving throw. So 8 plus his Constitution modifier plus proficiency. So 8 plus 2, 10 plus whatever his Constitution is.
1.
So 11. So a Dexterity saving throw against that.
What's I'm sorry? What was the DC?
11 DC
11.
for Dexterity.
Good dex though. It's a 20.
Fuck.
Oh!
So
So,
have
Right,
2
takes half
d6. Yeah.
That's all right.
Granted, this is the first time you've ever used your breath weapon.
Yeah,
It's
true.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
true.
instinct, but you know it's not well trained in yet. You're still trying to break it in.
I'm still
Uh,
very shocked by my own strength with taking out some guy's lower half. So this is all brand new.
He still takes half
So-
2d6.
Yeah,
so-
have 2d6
Oh.
is can be good.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna say happens. You guys were about to meet in battle, and you breathed fire right over the fire pit, and you actually reignited the fire, and he jumps through it, and he
Oh,
meets you
sick.
here, and he takes half that damage. How much damage was it?
He hasn't
2d6.
rolled
it
it
yet.
2d6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Roll that shit.
Sorry. I was too entranced by.
So half of that,
So 4 or 3.
we'll do 4. I'll round up. dice.
Ooh, good generous DM.
Generous.
Just
But fair.
wait.
Yeah, the boss hasn't even attacked it, guys. Chill.
Crap.
Alright, so is that your turn?
Yeah, I got nothing else.
Hank Marduki.
So I'm gonna start like a little trot, and then I start running, and then before I cast my big spell, I leap into the air and fly the last like few feet, 10 feet, like to here in between these two guys.
Okay.
And I just blast the thunder wave emanating out of me. Which is a wave
Which
of
one do you-
thunderous force sweeps out of you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you makes a Constitution saving throw.
You just hit
So
2 of
it's
your party
not- it's
members.
Does he
not
hit
a
us too?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean when? Do you know what they mean when they say a cube originating from you?
Yeah, it's square, right?
Yeah, but it's not like a square around you. It's in one direction. So if you're trying to hit both of them right now, you can't.
Oh, I thought it was meant it came like all out of me.
No, I'm
You
trying
were
to see if I
also
can
about
draw.
to hit both of your party members.
Wait, it hits my team too?
Yes.
So I mean, it goes like
It,
this,
I'm trying to draw. It should be like this. I think I drew a square.
like
It's
that.
not
Yeah,
the next adjacent square.
Is it next
doesn't
adjacent one? Got it.
Wait, I don't. Whose am I looking at?
Rassus,
My the thick box.
the thick one.
Oh, that's sick. This is probably not the right time to use that one. Then. So I'm not gonna do one magic missile on the top guy and then 2 on the left.
I'm trying to get rid of this fucking box.
So I kind of
You
like
just
fly up and I
select it with the
juice 1 on the
pointer.
right
Yeah,
and
there
then
you
2 on the left. I go pew 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 pew.
With your magic missiles?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
Do
So,
so.
yeah, and I'm flying.
You're focusing this the.
No, I do one on him and then 2 on the other guy.
Okay.
So
Pew pew pew.
here's the 1 and then there's the 2. And each one is a +1.
This guy is so fucking pathetic, but he's still alive.
What?
Took 2 damage?
Yeah.
Didn't he take 7 and then 4 and then...
No, the other one. This one over here took 4.
Oh, that's the
This
one
is
Diver
taking
shot?
7, 1, 1.
No, no, I shot this one.
You shot this guy
You
for
did.
4, right?
Okay. Then then this one would have taken him over that threshold.
Yeah, I blast him down.
Okay.
It's kill count of 2, boys. I'm on top.
Mercy at last. This fucking pathetic guy over here. Finally,
And then I do
finally
8
croaked.
damage to the boss.
Alright, the boss doesn't seem to give a shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Does Maney get evocation or whatever eventually, or is he not going to have that?
You talking about the thing that
Where
I
he
had?
doesn't
Yeah.
he doesn't target friendlies.
I don't know.
I don't know
That
the
only
answer to
works
that.
for evocation spells too, by the way. I just always picked evocation so that I'd get that.
Wait, what
So Maney,
what
you have to-
inspiration did Keith give me earlier?
I give you an extra D6 on any ability checks, attacks, or saving.
Okay,
your D20
But not the
rolls.
damage, just the attack.
okay,
Yeah, not the damage. Yeah.
gotcha.
You get to use that whenever you want. Yag, you're up. This pathetic noodle of a man just collapsed into tears in front of you.
Would I have advantage here?
Nope.
Can I get to
It means you
here
once
without attack of opportunity or whatever? Or
You were here, right?
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
You didn't enter.
And
You
with-
don't
yeah,
leave
you
his
can-
danger space. Yeah.
Rash, do I have my trinket right now?
Yes,
Or-
everybody, you have your trinkets.
It's easier if I run to here. I don't know.
That's
In
enough
the fire.
Alright. Alright. Do I have advantage here?
Yes.
Awesome. Sick. Alright. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and wind up Babe Ruth style with my fucking maul and just aim for his fucking knee.
The old
Nice.
oil can.
Nice pepper, nice pepper.
So that's it's 2d6 plus 3 normally.
So 4d6 plus 3.
4
Doubles the damage roll. Yeah, double the dice rolls.
4d6.
And then plus 3,
Plus
Yep.
3.
20 damage.
20
Damn, boy.
damage. Get clapped.
You doing it.
What?
You doing it.
He's doing it well.
doing it
You don't
bear
kill him, but
style.
just describe what your strike is like.
Yeah, so I run around my two like party members here and just frothing with rage, right? Still have like blood on my maul and a little bit of hair from the last dude I hit. Run around.
You can
to
tell
here.
you can tell as you pass Shamash too that he's just kind of he knows you're there, but he's not like he does. There's no doubt in his mind that you are an ally. Now he has
Yeah.
full confidence.
Yeah. He just has that like in horror movies when that shadow goes past you behind you.
Mhm.
That's like the sensation he gets.
Exactly right.
But except that shadow is like twice his size. So I run around and then I do like a low swing with my hammer, like an underhanded one. And I'm aiming for his like fucking kneecap. And I just blast it with the fucking giant maul. And bend his leg backwards.
You bend it forwards. you take him down to one knee though.
Nice.
Nice.
Blasted that leg.
Blast him. So anyway,
there's
I
gonna
start
be a theme of
blasting.
going after knees
Get
in this campaign.
fucked! Get fucked!
Fuck.
Tap him. That was a super strong damage roll too. You rolled above I ever done that.
Yeah. Your mic's quiet again, Russ. No, we heard you. It was just, it's going, it
Yep.
gets quiet.
Never noticed. Okay, Ren, it is your turn.
Alright. I want to shift over to here. I'll take out another arrow and shoot the boss.
The big boss.
Big boss.
So do.
Whiff.
It's not looking good. You shoot an arrow and it lands in the fire, and you can kind of see, like, you know, when you touch fire and it like kind of poops up a little bit. You disrupted the fire that Shamash made. Do you have any bonus actions or anything else you'd like to try?
Nope, that's it.
Damn it.
Does
More
Diamond have
realm.
to count how many arrows he uses?
Nah, fuck that. I don't do
Alright,
that.
good.
Yeah.
To start my turn, I utilize Kori, which is a
Kuri.
bardic. How do you want to say it?
Kuri.
Kuri. I utilize Kuri, which is a bardic skill. I'm very new at it, but it's a rune magic.
The runic
say-
language. Glyph language.
Yeah, runic language, and I take out a stone that I carry in my pocket, and I give it a rub, and it's myself, Old Man Blevins, and our mother singing a song, and I kind of hold it out to Ren so where he can hear it, giving him a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Ren, you
And
hear a
then-
familiar tune from over yonder.
Fills
And,
me with determination.
The terrible miss of your turn just kind of melts away, and you're reassured that you're not useless.
I will,
You get a
little
bardic
help
inspiration.
sometimes.
Get a little help from my friends.
and then I'll do a vicious mockery on the boss.
The biggity boss.
Good
So you
God.
do
What the? So DC 13 Wisdom save.
Shit wisdom. But he saves.
All right. So I think that's no effect on him.
Correct. But he does take the 1 damage or no?
Let me check real quick. I don't believe so. If the target can hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 damage and have disadvantage. It makes further than its turn. So it sounds like I just do nothing. Yep.
Alright. Big boss daddy's turn.
Bring it, bitch.
That's what he says. He goes, "Bring it, bitch!" He attacks Shamash first. What's that AC at, homie?
What's
Oh,
the roll
shit.
at?
No, you show me yours, then I'll show you mine.
He has a multiple attack. He swings at Shamash, and you suspect it might have been a feint of some kind, because now he swings at Yogg.
Bring it, bitch.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. It's a 23 against AC.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Oh shit.
What kind of damage is it? It's a sword, right?
Yes, it's slashing damage. He does 5 slashing damage.
Yeah, cut that in half.
In half? Oh, you have.
I'm raging,
He's
so I have
raging,
resistance to the physical ones.
You take 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yeah.
that is his turn.
You're a little quiet again.
Oh my god, I hate this fucking mark. I'm gonna see if I can do this a different way, guys. Can you still hear me alright?
Yeah.
I mean, we hear you. It's just
Okay. This way, it was around my neck before, and it's not now.
I'll just turn you up a little bit too.
Yeah.
Alright, the Red Bandit. He's got his light crossbow, even though he's been failing completely. He can't reach any of you in one turn, so it's not truly viable. Step up. So he's gonna light crossbow Ren. You jealous of your bow skills?
Raz, you're away
20
from the
against
mic
me.
again.
20 against AC.
Yep, that'll hit.
Damage is. Takes 6 piercing damage. Ooh, it strikes you true. It strikes you
hurts.
true.
He shoots with his heart.
That one hurts. My heart.
And he's not liking how this looks at all for his odds, even though he just landed that true strike. He's gonna start fleeing. He's gonna bail on this captain. Okay, Shamash. What do you got, Simon?
Okay, so, I mean, this guy's still down on one knee, because one knee is just
Correct.
gone, right?
Correct,
Yeah, I want to take a swing at the other
Oh,
one.
he had his turn, though, actually, since then. He stood on his turn. That was supposed to be... I knew there was something else that was supposed to do on his turn. He stood on his turn.
Okay, so he stood and then fell down again because his knee hurts. All right, I'm going to make another swing. Ow, go! Maybe not.
You got that 14. Roll
You have advantage.
if it's not enough to get
Oh,
bardic
yeah.
inspiration.
Can you
And you
add
have-
the bardic inspiration?
Yeah, you can roll one more d6.
Okay. hang on one
Does a
second.
14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Yeah, roll that d6, baby.
Okay, hang on one second, guys.
What?
I think
Hang on.
he's talking to the lady.
No, we got medication for the pup we need to give real quick. Okay,
Aw.
1d6.
Nice.
So an 18.
Alright, it hits. It lands. Let's roll some damage for him.
Okay.
Inspiration
And
comes
Captain
to
is like, oh, what they say about the Dragonborn is true.
So I roll, it says 1d10 plus 3 bludgeoning. Cuckoo!
Cow.
Oh my god. I hit the button. Go.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's just slow.
8.
5 damage plus
3 bludgeoning.
8. Okay. He's looking bloodied, boys.
So
You
it was
know
a
what
tap
that-
on his knee. I gave him a nice tap on his like,
on his knee. Hey, don't move.
more's coming.
You got your movement if you'd like. You got a bonus action if you'd like.
Nah, I'm gonna stay right there.
Hank Mardukas.
Alright, I'm gonna move over here and I'm gonna use my trinket Raz.
Your trinket. You haven't absorbed any spells, I don't think.
That's not what my trinket is. The trinket is the tarot card thing. Once per day is a standard action roll.
No,
D20.
dummy.
We don't have those yet.
You don't. I told you you
I
don't have
asked
the
you
tarot
if we
card.
had a trinket.
And
We
I
are
said you don't.
trinkets.
That's not a trinket.
That's not a trick.
That's not our trinket. That's something
It
else.
is a
coming.
trinket, but it's not the one
What?
that you have yet. You have the Dreamcatcher, the heirloom Dreamcatcher.
Oh,
trinket.
well that's the trinket I was gonna use. Alright, I'll just give him the old magic missile again.
How many spell slots do you
How many
have?
spell slots do you have?
I think you only have 2. I
I
think
thought,
that's
is it
it.
Magic Missile a cantrip or is that a spell?
No,
That's
Well,
a spell.
definitely a spell slot.
How many spell slots do you
Oh,
have?
fuck.
I think you're out
I
of
do only
spells.
have 2. I am out of spells.
I mean, he's
can't even-
figured
I
out
mean,
the
you have
spellcasting
cantrips.
my cantrips
Yeah.
are all utility.
No, I thought you did. Oh yeah, I thought you did. I told you you should have done Ray
You
of
gotta
Frost.
take one damage cantrip.
Yeah, I messed that up. I'll have to change that next
You-
encounter.
No, you can swap it right now. You haven't. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
so-
I'll do the Ray of Frost then.
yeah.
But instead of Frost, it's just like, Ray of Force.
Exactly. Ray of Force.
Yeah.
It's like the little air
Ranged
canister
spell
you
attack.
clean your
How do I
computer
do it?
with.
Ranged spell attack.
You can just grab Manny. Just type in Ray of Frost on the like click say Ray of Frost and then drag it to your spells. And it
Maybe roll a
Good.
d20 and we'll add 5. That's your spell attack bonus. How do you have 5 spell attack bonus? 3 charisma and what else?
Proficiency?
Oh, nutty.
There you go.
See a 14, and that's up against this. It's up against AC because it's a spell attack. Is that how that
Yeah.
works?
yeah, it's just an attack.
That does not hit.
Wait, 14 plus? That's
This
with
ri-
his plus?
Should be 14 plus his
Oh,
proficiency.
14 plus 5. That does hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forgot the plus.
So then-
plus.
Yeah, so then it's a
6 damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Where
1d8. Roll 1d8.
I did.
You did.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
and his speed is reduced. Yeah, he's not going anywhere anyway. Don't worry about that. Nice. Okay, you
Got
ray
it.
of
Got
you ray of psychic force this guy, and there's like this this little beam of the same kind of pressure wave refractrance kind of thing. That's a made up word. Of
No, that's exactly what I do, though. Refractrance!
as your as your magic missile. It's the same
Be right back.
same look. Yogg.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this guy off with a big ol' wind up of the Great Maul.
Does this guy ever get to go?
Fuck.
You don't do that.
Yep, I do the opposite of what I said.
Okay, so you take this huge swing with your maul, and you can tell the captain is well versed in combat. He saw it coming from a mile away. He just sidestepped it. It was no problem.
No problem, no problem, no problem.
Ren,
Alright, I attack him with a longbow.
why are those numbers like that?
Oh, that's with Bard. I checked Bardic Inspiration, so that's already automatically rolled in there.
Oh, you don't have to use the Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, I want to though.
That is good. The tie goes to the player. You
Yeah.
ran the attack.
That's like a thing you can just check.
Yeah,
Now,
I
what is that?
added it. It's under. So that was me. I actually clicked. Yeah, I
Oh,
added
so
a global
it's-
attack modifier underneath the attack, and then I can check it and uncheck it when I have it, and it rolls it in there automatically.
Oh,
Need that. I need a damage roll out of you. There it is.
10.
Sweet. This guy's hurting, guys. He's hurting for a squirting.
As a bonus action, I want to just use my second wind.
Is that
Yeah,
heal
there's
you or what?
I lost you guys for a sec. Sorry.
Give me 1d8 plus my fighter level hit points.
For
1d10. Yeah.
Let's see what you got for me.
So I get 4 hit points back. So I'm back up to 9.
Yes, you do. You don't get. Oh, there's the plus sign. Okay. More realm.
Cool.
Uh-oh, whose dog's barking? They're gonna make my dog bark. It's a chain reaction!
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just stay where I am, but I'm gonna change up my tune from the Joker in the well to something I've created on the spot called "The Bandit King Got Surrounded," and I'm just gonna try vicious mockery.
It's to the tune of "The Devil Went Down to Georgia," though.
A little bit. Yeah. Gonna just
Captain
do
got
some-
surrounded.
a little more vicious mockery on him, so it's gonna be the same DC 13.
He's got no plus. Oh, he fails miserably, guys.
So 4 damage and then
God,
disadvantage. on
my
his
rolls
next
have been
attack.
absolutely polarizing. I've rolled like under 3 or above 17.
4 damage plus
4 damage.
disadvantage on his next roll.
Nice.
Okay.
I noticed that the song definitely had an effect, so I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, take note of this. one.
Everybody can notice it. I mean, the guy is just demoralized. It's really sad.
he's alone too.
It's all alone. He's been abandoned by his crew, the last of his crew.
Yeah, it actually
Or
sounds like
has he?
It doesn't sound like the devil went down to Georgia. It actually sounds like all by myself. Oh.
All by yourself. Okay, he's gonna attack Yogg. He was looking at you last, as I recall.
Bring it, bitch.
That one's shit. He has multiple attacks. The first one was a feint, you fool. You dropped your weapon. You dropped your guard. This one's pretty good. It's a 19
Yeah.
against your AC.
Bring it, bitch.
Sloshing. It does sloshing.
Yep.
Slosh, slosh,
Your
slosh.
favorite? Ooh, yeah, baby. It's 9 damage total. 9 slash.
Cut that in half.
So 4.
Alright.
As I recall, you have a reaction with your trinket if you'd like to use it.
Oh, yeah. No. I can't right now.
Why not?
I'm not shifted.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have to be shifted.
Can I just do it as a human?
It has no effect.
Alright, I'm gonna do it I'm just gonna roleplay it then.
Okay.
Right as
You
he's
guys-
attacking me, he comes in close, and I just fucking bite him. Like,
You guys see him kind of go like, "Argh!" like a bestial yell, but from a human mouth, not.
Is this
a
guy for
beast's
serious?
it doesn't do any meaningful damage, but I just like bite his fucking shoulder or something.
He's intimidated now.
Bandit Captain's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!"
Bunch of fucking kids.
Shamash, bring us home.
Yeah, it's just smoke billowing out the nostrils, taking the warhammer, going after him again.
He's got his back turned to you. Oh,
That'll do it.
how
Yeah.
would it doesn't. The damage is done. How would you like to
C6.
finish this off?
C6 spine. What we're doing.
What was that?
C6 vertebrae.
You going surgical on him?
Oh. Okay, yeah, you raise your two-handed warhammer, you bring it down on the unsuspecting, facing away bandit captain, and you can tell something internally has just gone completely wrong because he collapses like a slinky. Many bones are no longer there. They're obliterated. And he's kind of like, you know that PSA about smoking weed where the girl is like melted into the couch? He kind of looks like that.
Did he fall into the fire?
No, he looks like he's been melted by it though.
But he didn't fall into the bonfire. Okay,
No.
just making sure.
He's good. All right, dun 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 dun. That is the first battle victory.
Nice.
So, with boss fights, you guys will roll loot. You normally wouldn't roll for a fight of this insignificance, but they are bandits and they've been thieving, so they have loot.
Nice.
So, everyone is going to be making a loot roll now. Should we discuss how loot rolls work?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay. So, normally, in a normal game, these encounters are giving a challenge rating. And after the fight is done, I use that challenge rating on a table to see what kind of quality loot will be rolled first. And then I roll on the tables that are established from that roll to see what actual item is rolled. You guys are going to be taking complete control of the loot roll part. So I'm going to be determining the challenge rating of the fight. This is a challenge rating 1. You guys will roll a d20. If you roll 1 to 5, let me pull up this. If you roll a 1 to a 10, you don't get any bonus on the challenge rating. It's going to stay a 1. If you roll an 11 or a 11 to 15, the challenge rating will be increased by 2, so you have a chance of going into the next bracket of quality of loot. If you roll a 16 to an 18, it's an automatic bump up to the next rarity bracket, next CR group. So you'd basically, for this fight, if you roll a 16 to an 18, you'd be rolling loot for what would actually be like a challenge rating 5,
Damn.
which is many levels above you guys, so it's pretty good loot. And then if you roll a 19 or a 20, you get a unique item that I've designed specifically for your character, and I have one item for every slot.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
All right, I'll roll.
Wait,
And,
what do you mean every slot?
Oh fuck!
Like
6.
boots,
there are,
gloves.
yeah,
Oh.
the armor slots are head, armor, gloves.
Oh, Simon, that was
No.
fake.
Just use my second one. That was I didn't know what I was doing on the first one.
Nice
What
try.
I was doing.
Oh, we suck.
We suck again.
It's kind of apropos though.
There it is.
No, diver.
Okay, it's still in the lowest bracket though.
Yep.
Needed
Gotcha.
to be able to improve.
That's right.
my roll. So, did I send you guys the cheat sheet for loot or no?
No.
Negative.
I'm gonna put it in Discord right now. You guys don't need to use this.
I can pin it when you put it in.
All you guys will need to do is do the rolls, and I can let you know what you've been given. But if you want this cheat sheet as a reference, oh, not that. That's here is the loot cheat sheet. It's quite large.
Holy moly.
Oh my god.
There are so many items in this game. It's pretty insane.
Fuck, I can't see the. Oh, open it.
Yeah, I had to click original
Yeah,
and then zoom
definitely
in.
open original. You're gonna have to.
So what was this challenge? 0. Wait, what?
This was a challenge rating 1, and nobody got upgraded to the next treasure hoard thing. So we'll roll another D100 right now, and it will determine the actual table that you roll against now. You get no item. You need to roll better than a 36. Usually, I will just have you re-roll if you do a low roll for this part.
No.
On the other loot tables, but not.
So none of us get items?
No,
I'm
I
dropping
don't.
out. Sorry, guys.
You guys need roll better than a D. Yeah, roll better than a 36. Nice, Matt.
So what do
Wait.
I get?
Whoa. What am I doing?
Roll a D100.
So we're looking at the treasure hoard challenge 0 to 4 right now, correct?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And I know it says roll like 1d4 times. You'll only ever roll for one item at a time.
Right.
Oh, so I'm magic item table A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Manny. So Manny, you'll roll another D100 right now, and we'll pick from table A. It'll be determined on table A.
I'm also picking from table A.
9. Yep, that's exactly what I was hoping for.
Manny, you get a potion of healing. Congratulations.
It's exactly what I needed. I'm happy about this.
I think that's all right item.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
pretty damn good.
I roll another 100. Is that right?
Yeah, on table C for you, though.
Yeah.
Simon gets a potion of stone giant strength.
Yeah.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
I get
I knew
a
it.
scroll, a
Are you
first
on-
level scroll.
Which table were you rolling on?
A.
I'm table C.
He's
sorry,
seasoned.
sorry,
He gets a
sorry,
stone
sorry.
Spell
giant strength.
scroll, first
Yeah.
level. I guess we'll roll what spell? How do I'm gonna look at a spell list and we'll determine that after the session.
Yep, sounds good.
I would say just look at the spells and
Unfortunately,
then
won't be able to. Yeah, we'll figure out a good
Yeah,
way
all
of
good.
doing that, but I don't want to pause too long and do that right now. So unfortunately, you won't be able to use it this session. But
All right,
no worries.
we're all level 2.
not quite. So you guys are delete this guy, and this bandit has run off.
so we don't
Okay.
need to do any perception checks for looting around.
You guys, that was
That's
your,
in the rolls.
So that's
Cool.
the whole loop roll. Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys find the carriage over here. This is the shipment that Brill is looking for. What do you do?
I want to look around to see if there are any other side paths that maybe this isn't like to indicate, is this like the main encampment? Was this it for these red bandits?
Is this their hub of operations?
Thank you. That's great. Check out that link that Pepper sent Iburn. We can just use that. That's fantastic.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Keith. What were you rolling perception for?
I just want to look around to see, like, is this it? Like, does it look like there are any other paths that might have offshot from this, or do we get the sense that this is the red bandits? You know, this is.
hub.
I want
You take a.
to look
Go ahead.
around for where those women are that I heard.
Keith, you kind of take a lap real quick. You go the long way around and like around this way. and you do not notice any alternative paths. You don't know where that guy escaped to. He was probably so scared that he just ran to the forest, not down a particular path. He's just straight up fleeing.
Cool.
Then you're looking for the women.
Yeah, because of my backstory.
You go into the captain's quarters. You don't see any women in there. You find a painting of a naked woman.
Nice.
They got so drunk they thought the paint.
Find a slightly wet cloth near it.
I want to check this building.
Okay, there's it's just got like, sleeping quarters, like a cot and some bullshit. Nothing of value or anything. Nothing of significance.
I want to percept where these women are.
You're sniffing around. That's your strongest sense. You got some keen senses. You can't find any women here. You don't even smell that women have been here recently.
Okay. All right.
Jerry was a liar.
Or he meant something else.
Yeah, he might not. They might not have been here last night.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. There's another encampment with more of those fucks.
Okay.
I look at the group and I say, "Looks like mission accomplished, boys." And I play replay the Final Fantasy victory music and say, "Let's get this."
Bandits appear from the woods at the same time.
Yeah, they heard you.
They show up for the concert.
I'd say, "Let's get these spirits back to the inn."
Okay. Want to
inspect
the cargo, or you just hauling it off?
No, I want to look at it.
Yeah, I want to look at it a little bit, dig around a little bit.
Someone else can perception roll it. I'm looking around the camp.
And do some investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in this one?
Okay, Diver, you're looking at the back of the carriage. It's got like an open back. You see some bottles. You see 2 kegs of wine, 3 kegs of booze, 11 smaller bottles in like a box, some various specialty spirits, kind of like singular bottles. And you move some of them aside, and you can see something covered in a cloth.
I want to lift the cloth and see what's under there.
Find a strange locked chest. Most chests that you guys are familiar with in this world are like the Zelda chest, where it's just like wood and metal. It's very simple. This one is nothing like that. It's the strangest chest you've ever seen. The outside looks like it's been carved from bone. It's that kind of white ebony.
Ivory.
Ivory, yes. Sorry. As soon as I said it, I was like,
white ebony.
What's the other one? Yeah. It's not bone. It feels sturdier than that. And you can tell where the seal of the rim is because it looks like it's overflowed yellow paint out from the inside. And spilled over. But the paint is dry.
Gotcha. Huh. I want to jiggle the lock a little bit, but I don't want to try and necessarily pick it. I want to test it, see if I can see how strong it is. Is it super duper solid, or does it seem a little shady?
It doesn't have a normal keyhole on it, and it doesn't have an external lock on it. You can't figure out the locking mechanism.
Interesting.
I walk over. I have proficiency in religion because I'm a hermit background, apparently.
Cool.
Can I try to sense if it has any religious?
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly not Shamash's religion. It's not any of the good ones.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's no dude about that stuff.
No dude.
No dude.
Can I roll an Arcana check and see if it's magical in nature?
Yeah.
If I know what it is.
Yep, you bet.
Did it roll? There it goes.
And say, yeah.
You can't discern anything about the chest itself, just that you can tell that the locking mechanism is some kind of magic.
I'm gonna hit it with a history to see if I've seen a picture of it in my books. Oh, yeah, I have never seen that before.
You've never seen that before.
I'm super magic and I'm good at riddles.
You want to roll Arcana?
Take a shot at it.
How do you roll for puzzle?
What about This one. Nope.
You don't handle it very well. It's no animal.
That's no animal.
Okay. Well,
After
it's
looking
fun
at
to
it a
show
while,
you guys-
yeah.
I kind of look at everyone and I say, "Do you think this is something Brill knows
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
here?"
he's gonna be- I feel like he's going to be missing this. I feel like this is probably pretty special.
All right.
So I want to
Well,
cover
yeah.
it back up with the cloth and like make it look like we never even looked through the hoard.
I open one of the bottles of beer and just start drinking it.
Yep, we're gonna
You know,
get free booze for a day anyway.
Yeah. You Yogg know Brill well enough and don't give a shit and feel comfortable enough to just go for it. You know it's
Yeah.
gonna be free for you anyways
He
pretty
offered
soon.
to pay us
So
some booze, so
exactly.
taking in advance.
I look over at
Yeah.
him and I think that's a good idea, and I want to take one too.
All right, you guys are getting drunk.
Yeah.
All right,
It
let's
takes a
put you
lot
back
more
on.
than one beer to get me drunk.
It takes approximately 0.7 beers to get me drunk.
I find a bottle with 3 X's on it and I hold it up to Hank and I say, "Hey, isn't this that stuff you were drinking last night?" And I give it a sh-
I say, yeah, sure.
You don't remember what you drank
Um,
last night.
Rotate this mug.
It's the little.
All right, give me some marching order, guys. You guys are escorting. You guys got your own horses. You're escorting this carriage.
I want to
I'm
hop.
sitting on the
I'll let
first
Morelm drive our horse, and I can drive
Cool.
the cart back.
And you guys are just moving along. You're Keith, you're playing a tune on the carriage. Oh, you're not the carriage. You're near the carriage. You're playing a tune, just commemorating the occasion. You want to hand out any titles for the job well done?
No, not this time.
Okay. Ren, did you grab a any sort of trinket to commemorate
Nah,
the Red
it was a
Bandit?
little. Everything was too smelly.
Yeah,
Too
I
humanoid.
agree. All right, you guys are just moving along, and you can see the opening of the forest that leads to Wayward. It's still raining, and even though it's raining on you guys, the sun is setting on the in the west, and you can kind of see it go down over the horizon as you exit the forest and you make your way back to Wayward. Copy paste this shit. You arrive in Wayward. Here's Bruno's stables.
Oh,
You
Hey,
guys,
Bruno!
you drop off the not the carriage, but your own horses back at the stables. I assume you guys want to head into the inn, or would you guys want to do any less?
Someone's stacking watchtowers at their base.
Yeah, sorry about that. They don't have like a fence thing.
Zug zug.
Hey, I thought that was pretty fucking creative. So fuck you guys. You
Yeah.
have very limited tools.
Then
Yeah, we
they
wanna,
just walk underneath them.
So is that the consensus, guys? That's the play. You want to pretend like you didn't see the chest and just deliver the carriage as is with minus some booze.
I bet
For
if
your
we don't ask about it, the adventure ends.
I pretend like
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask about it, but I think my curiosity is going to get the better of me, and I'm going to ask what it was.
Yogg could give a shit about it.
So I kick in the door and start just
Of the
belting.
Wayward
out a
Inn?
tune. Yeah, kicking in the door to the Wayward Inn, and I just start belting out a tune of the 5 that beat the 4. Is what I've called it.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I forgot that one ran off. I was gonna say there were.
The 5 who beat the 4, and I hop up on the table of the guy who was sleeping in his beer earlier. I'm assuming he's still there.
Yeah, he's in the exact same position.
And I'm just strumming in his face.
He looks up for a moment. He's not dead. That's good to know, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, he looks up and then he's not interested at all. He puts his head back down. Well, he takes a drink first, then he goes back.
So I revel the tale of how the Dragonborn broke the knees of his foe, and arrows and magic both flew straight,
Keep sucking his dick. I broke his knees.
No. Well, he cleaved out the
Several
first guy.
Not
that
this song.
Yeah. And then I talk of the treasure was found, the booze, the spirits, and the box so sure. And I want to do a perception check to see if Brill has any reaction to that line of my song.
The box so sure.
Yeah, meaning like surely locked.
Oh,
I don't know, man. I'm thinking about.
I see
I'm
what
thinking.
you're talking about,
It's so solid.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking perverted. I thought you were talking about a vagina.
No, definitely not. In a poetic way, talking about the box in the cart, the treasure chest that's locked up.
Every
Okay.
song
I
lyric is about
want
vaginas.
to see if I get any, and I hope everyone's kind of paying attention, realizing what I'm doing, and see
Yep,
if he
I definitely am.
see if he reacts.
I
Definitely.
would have let Diber roll perception along with you. The rest of these people don't
Yeah.
know you well enough to
Okay.
catch your,
Fair
your
enough.
double.
They get advantage for being twinsies. It's a deep bond. Two brothers.
Two brothers. They know
I'm
how to
getting
get
the-
stuff done.
Keith,
I look at
somebody moves in the way of your line of sight as you're doing it, so you can't tell. And Diber, you're kind of looking out of the corner of your eye, and you don't notice any reaction out of him.
I wrap up the song, realizing I couldn't see it, and saunter up, and I clap Ren on the shoulder, hoping that he knew what I was trying to do, to see if we knew Brill had knowledge of the box.
Yep, I'm gonna give him a little subtle head shake.
Okay.
So I take like a long pull on my beer and slam down an empty mug, and I look at bro and I say, "So what's that fucking box about?"
He goes, "Well, welcome back to you too, and congratulations." Thank
Oh,
you
we
very
haven't done that
much.
yet.
Take care.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course, I think.
And he goes, "And what box might you be referring to?"
Say, yeah. I guess there was no box. Never mind.
The box is a lie.
He looks at the rest of you guys and he goes, "Did you guys let him in the shipment already?"
Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
He looks
I
wasted.
look around like
He's belligerent.
no. I look around like yeah, like you fucks weren't in there too. But I don't say anything.
Okay. Well, Brill is happy to pay you guys with beer. If you guys wanted to be drinking, you sleep here tonight for free, and you each get 25 gold.
Peasley.
Where did the cart? Is the cart just posted
It's
outside?
parked outside. Yep.
It's right behind us. in the bar.
Is there nobody left? Like it's just the one guy in this town,
Yep.
in this inn. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, it was population
There's
4,
no-
but then it went down to 3 when I killed the dead.
See, there are no citizens free to recruit. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
25%.
Well, no, I was thinking I'd try and do a performance and allow Ren to sneak out the back and watch the cart to see if anyone goes digging through it. But if there's only 4 of us in this town, really, or 4 people in this town, a small amount, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. You guys are at the bar, saddled up,
Yep.
drinks
So I
in
kinda want
hand,
to,
revealing the day.
Break the ice and say that was pretty impressive, guys. I'm not gonna lie. What do you think we stick together? I think we're always my brother and I are always looking for good traveling companions.
Brill says,
yeah, is Yog gonna stay with you guys?
Brill says, you guys should rest up soon. I got another job for you tomorrow morning. Meet me down here, and we'll head over to Bear Cave
Ooh.
for your next task, if you'd like.
That sounds great to me.
I instinctively start playing the Bear Down Chicago Bears song. Just triggered by the words.
I don't know the song.
I look at
Don't
everybody and I give him the dragon thumbs up with just the middle finger, but I don't know it. And Brill silently puts my hand and just puts it back on the table.
To bed.
All right. You guys going to bed then, or are you guys gonna stay up late, or?
Yeah, bed for me.
Yeah. The half elves will go to bed.
I don't
Okay,
want to go
just-
try to
They
open
each
that
sleep for
chest.
4 hours, so it ends up being 8.
We take shifts every night.
The storm picks up quite a bit overnight, and
We're
You
doing
guys
a long
sleep through
rest,
it.
right?
yep, long rest. You guys get all your shit back, all your spell slots. Second wind, I think you get from a
Yep.
long rest.
Yep.
Short rest too.
All your hit points, that kind of shit.
Nice. Back to full. And I'm level 3 now.
All right, the night is uneventful. You guys wake up all around the same time.
Are you
you
rolling
notice that
the nights?
Yeah,
Hell
that's how we
yeah.
always
Encounters.
used to do it. That's how we always used to do it.
Nice.
Shit gets weird.
Shit's gonna get really weird at night, guys. That's where the weird shit happens. All right, you guys all wake up in the morning and it's still raining outside. And you head downstairs to the bar. And yesterday Brill was at the bar, and today he is not. So this place seems pretty empty. And the guy that was at the table with his head in his arms or on the table or whatever, passed out, he is no longer there. And there's blood leading from where he was to the door.
Oh shit.
It's just the one door.
Yep, just the
There's no
front
like
door.
there's no like back. There's this, right? This is the kitchen.
Yep, that's the kitchen.
We should definitely do some investigations then
Yep.
to see if we can get a sense of what's going on.
Okay, he was at this table, and we'll say the front door is this one right here. So explain to me this investigation. You're just trying to discern what happened,
Yeah, I want to
or
see if
where he
there's.
is, or
Well, no, I want to get a sense of
See
like.
if there was a struggle.
Yeah, was there a struggle? Was there like a slash? Like blood splatters? Like was he slashed? Was clearly something happened?
Did he put up
Did he
a
slip
fight?
and hit his head? Yeah,
Mhm.
did he slip and hit his head?
Did he get dragged?
there's the chair that he was in is now fallen over. There's a small pool of blood where he was, but there's more blood on the path that leads to the door. So it looks like he was probably hit pretty hard by something to cause some blood, and then he bled quite a bit as he was like slowly dragged.
While they're doing that, I pour my own beer.
Nice. Way to start the day. Not an addict whatsoever.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah.
I've got a tragic backstory.
I like mimic him and try to drink a beer. Kind of like that.
Does anybody else want to do an investigation or perception?
Yeah, I want to do an investigation on like the I guess nearby. See like if we find a weapon or something like that.
I would say is Brill's axe still on the wall?
Yeah.
Brill's axe is not on the wall.
Oh shit.
Boys, I think something bad happened here last night.
Yep.
There was a storm.
It
I
was the
thought the
storm.
night was uneventful. So that was
for
a lie.
you guys.
As far as we could tell.
You think a DM would
Yeah.
do that, Simon? Just tell lies.
Good one.
Sorry, one sec. I want to check something. Duration. Never mind.
What's the play, guys?
Let's go explore.
Yeah, I
I
want to.
think we gotta see where this body went.
I'm
hard-
kind of hungry, so I want to go and open this kitchen door and grab some food.
I go with Yog.
Do I?
Yeah, you have keen senses. You can smell out food very easily. You
Yeah.
find I don't know, fucking potatoes or some shit.
Yeah. Alright.
There's
I
4
grabbed
people
I
in this
grabbed a
inn.
snack. I just wanted
Okay.
to. I also wanted to see if anything was in here.
You got a potato per hand.
Nice. Raw, just like I like.
Yeah, raw.
Like an apple.
Wait, you think they have prepared potatoes just sitting around in the
Just
kitchen
mashed-
in the morning?
Correct.
Mashed potatoes with all the fixings
Yeah.
sitting there.
You
I
got
toss-
Papa Frites.
So I toss one of the raw potatoes to Hank,
Okay.
and I take like a big bite out of mine.
Okay, roll that toss. It's not great, man. You're gonna have to roll pretty good to catch it.
Your
Let's roll
whole.
a d20.
Yep.
He's gonna be so disappointed if you
Ah,
drop it.
congratulations. You managed to you mage hand it. actually.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it looks like it's going. It's out of your range, and you mage hand it into range. You can handle
I
potatoes with a mage
stare
hand.
Hank like dead in the eyes and just take a giant bite out of the potato that I've got.
I like think we're bonding, and I'm just grinning ear to ear.
Do you take a bite out of your potato?
Yeah.
Roll a Constitution check.
What was that Constitution check for?
I
Or
was
you-
joking for to see if he gets sick from the potato.
Oh, they're clean potatoes, people. They're all right. The skin's not so clean, but
I mumble, fucking idiot, and I spit out my potato like to the side and turn around and start walking outside.
I would say, yeah, I want to go to the door, maybe to the
I just
windows
follow you.
and see if I can see anything else. Perception, if I can perceive anything outside.
all right. Roll perception.
God damn.
That's good enough. Keith, you look outside the window, and you don't notice anything on the horizon, any like people or anything, and you start to step away from the window, and you realize something really strange. The rain is moving upwards.
What the fuck?
I look at my brother and I say, "Are you seeing this right now?"
Yeah, something is not right here.
You look at the fire pit at the other end of the tavern, and the flames are flickering in reverse.
Whoa.
I look over at Yogg's potato to see if it becomes whole.
No, it's got a bite out of it.
It's still got a bite. Okay. I say, guys, I think everything is going in reverse. Like literally everything.
You guys look around
I
and
say,
you're,
I don't.
you're not
I don't
you're not
feel
moving in
a
reverse. Yeah. You guys feel like you're moving in normal motion, in normal everything.
I go and look outside, observe the strange
This-
things.
This is actually the front door right over here.
Oh, that is.
Oh,
I
these
totally
the
would have thought
windows
this was.
are-
Are these the windows?
Yeah,
Oh, where are the windows?
No, this is not the best map for the tavern that we have planned. 'Cause this
No,
has
fair.
two doors. I just want a one-door tavern. Let's just pretend one
Fair.
of the doors that.
Yeah,
I
totally.
look out the window and
Yeah.
kind of like take everything in, and I just kind of like grunt and sip my beer a little more.
Roll a perception. Okay. You can see. Memento before. You can see below the windowsill. There's some blood being dragged over this direction. You can see about this far.
Ooh, that's a lot of blood.
Breathe fire.
I just say, like, I just kind of lean forward, looking, a little like down through the window. And I just say, like, more blood. And
Okay.
I fucking drop kick the window open and step outside.
You want to actually do that because it's possible if you'd like.
Yes.
I
Okay,
follow
roll a-
right on his heels.
What do I have
You
to
have to
roll
roll
something?
Yeah, roll a strength. See if you can bust through this one.
I'm trying to decide if I should rage to give myself advantage on strength checks.
Nah, we don't know what's going on yet.
All right, strength. Boom.
Yeah, you successfully bust through this fucking window like the animal you are. Well, I mean, you're not animalic right now, but you are very
Basically.
beastly in stature. You
So I
bust
kinda
through
like-
this window.
I like kick through some of the remnants on the ground too, and go like, yeah, and like go right behind him.
The rest of you guys literally saw him just slowly walk up to the window, take a peaceful sip of his beer, and he goes, "Blood," and fucking burst through the window. It's not a proportional reaction.
I look over at Ren and I just start playing "Crazy" by Heart.
Crazy, crazy for you.
You guys
And,
following him, or what do you guys want
nah.
to do here?
I go out the front door.
Okay. The rest of you front door people?
I'm just gonna follow everybody. Yeah.
You're going through the window?
Oh wait, I'm going through a door.
Yeah, we're taking the door. Us civilized folks.
Fucking animals.
Let me just move some tokens around. 1 second.
Who's more the animal? The one who gets corralled like a livestock, or me? entrance.
back
I'm even
on.
on the corner.
So the blood would have gone out of that doorway or the
Yeah,
hole in the wall. Okay.
drawing that for you now.
That, right?
Blood's like this. Hey, I got the
Do-
blood. You don't worry about the blood.
I saw the blood.
Hey, I'm with
do we
him.
see the cart and the horse?
Yeah,
horse
I
on carriage.
deleted it. It's over by the stables. It's tied up like the rest of the horses. Just
Does it look like everything's still there?
you're too far to check? If you see bottles. You can see bottles from where you're from. You can't do an investigation. Hank, did you? Oh, you went through the window, right, Hank?
Yep,
Yeah.
Hank went through the window.
Okay, let's do it like this. Oops. There we go. Okay.
I have like my empty beer mug.
Mhm.
I like toss it at the stables, like to smash it against the wall.
Okay.
Can we get a sense, like, is the rain going up everywhere, or is it
Yes,
just
the
is it
rain is going
localized?
up.
Like,
All around you. Let me set the stage a little bit. Get some stuff. Is the rain not going right now? Oh, it's just.
I hear the town sound.
yeah, it sounds like town again. Yeah.
I hear the rain.
There we go.
Okay.
Wouldn't I not hear the rain though?
No, you hear.
Because it's going
You
up.
hear it. You hear it though.
It's weird. It's magic.
It's epic rain.
It's the sound of the water leaving the earth.
Basically, the ground is pissing tears.
Your eyes are about to
And
piss
here's what you
tears.
guys see.
You nasty.
You see Brill.
He dead?
He ain't dead.
He prone?
He's alive.
Dragging the corpse of the man that was inside the bar, inside the tavern,
Oh, shit.
with his one arm, and he's got his axe across his back. He's facing away from you guys as he leaves the town. In front of him are these two cultists. Oh god, one fucking tool.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't have a big red dick, sorry. Two cultists are wearing yellow cloaks that go over their heads. One of them is holding the treasure chest, the one that you guys found. You recognize it immediately.
Oh.
So unique. And the other one is carrying a lantern. The one with the chest hands the chest to the one with the lantern, and the one with the lantern and the chest starts to flee. This one that handed off the chest starts to cast a spell. And there's this like glowing yellow dust around his hands. And Ren, you have this like reaction to it. It's almost like an allergic reaction. You find it offensive to all 5 of your senses. You feel like you can smell this magic, and it's offensive to you. And yeah, it's just very pungent. You hate it. It's the worst. It seems to be affecting you more than it should. And
Can I perceive what's happening to my brother or no?
no.
Okay.
No, this is all like dinner for him.
Okay.
And as this cultist is casting something, you see Brill drop the corpse here, and the corpse begins to shake a little bit, and it kind of does the Exorcist thing where she goes into like a bridge, and the head snaps around. So instead of being upside down, it's right side up for you guys, even though it's in like the bridge position. It's been like
Oh, yikes.
possessed.
So it's like into a turtle.
What a twist!
It looks a little bit like this.
That's
All
the
right,
corpse of
and
the
so
dude
that's
that
basically
was-
the surprise round is they do all that shit.
Ah,
So now we
shit.
roll initiative.
Wait, is this the animated corpse of the guy the body he was dragging?
Yeah.
Yep,
Is each square 5 feet or 10 feet?
5. What is this?
You
Oh,
want s-
initiative. I have to. I'm sorry. I have to. How do I clear this?
There, you're good.
It's there.
It's going.
Good.
Ah, crap.
Okay. Now do your roll.
Skadoosh.
Ooh.
think Brill's being mind controlled.
I start playing Thunder by AC/DC.
You pull out your electric guitar.
No,
This
it's
is
just a
actually-
loop.
This is the song that I wanted to bring
Why
up.
won't I come up on the order? I've done this twice.
You don't have to manually roll. You click the initiative. Yeah, there you
No,
go.
I know. I just for some
Okay.
reason I did that.
I gotcha.
I'm gonna pee real
Guys,
quick
this
before
song?
we start this.
Yep. Good. Now's a good time to pee break. I gotta do
Oh
some.
shit! All right, be right back.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude.
Before we, are we all back?
I'm gonna take a piss too. I just rolled initiatives. 30 seconds.
We should try and get some insider perception to see if Brill is about his faculties.
I think we know he's not. We can see cultists.
Yeah, but like, is it his fault? Like, is
Doesn't
he
matter.
doing this?
We're gonna kill them all.
Yo.
Yow.
This is fucking Blade Runner music.
Alright, boys. Gotta use my other dice set for this fight. Fight.
Can we, before we start the combat, I know this is like we saw Brill, can we do like insider perception to get a sense, like, if we can get a sense of like, is he acting on his own accord?
Yeah, you can do that. You'll, yeah.
I want to know that too.
Hit you with that 18.
We'll say
Percept.
this. He turns to you guys and he goes, "Who the fuck are you guys?"
I don't
Oh,
think
sorry.
that's Brill.
I was trying to do the same voice, but
Yep.
he doesn't recognize you guys.
Cool.
The fuck are you guys?
I
Are we all back?
tell everyone real quick.
Yep, I'm
I
back.
don't think that's Brill.
Simon? No Simon. Maney?
Yeah.
Nice. Just waiting for Simony. Simon's muted right now. Maney, did you see the D&D chat? Did you see my picture of Hank and Yogg?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're like. Well, someday we'll be like that. We're not there yet. We'll get there.
I forgot to show you guys this awesome fucking picture that Andy made for us. Hold on a second.
Hey guys,
You
what's up?
Hey,
Yep.
Smash.
Smash.
It really should be. It should be
Shamish.
pronounced. No, it should be pronounced like Sean Connery, just Shamash.
It's like Shamish Aran from Metroid.
Guys, look at this fallen ass group picture
Oh,
that
that's amazing. That's so cool.
Dope.
What?
That's awesome.
So I paid Ando to
Group
put that
pick.
together for us. I think I'm gonna have him do some more work for us.
Yeah.
Group pick.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Also,
Does Manny
Pepper.
really have one glowing
Yog is
eye?
so
Yeah.
tall.
I'm fucking weird, man.
He doesn't have one glove.
I do.
Not normally.
You guys see how my head like gets hairy when I shift? My dick does too.
Mass pubic growth.
Just the shaft.
Just the shaft.
No,
Okay,
my dick actually sucks in when I get big.
That's beautiful.
It's got an innie.
It's a
Yeah.
thing of beauty. All right, boys. Before you stand, I think I can show you a pic of him. Yeah. Brill in all his glory.
Damn.
I love the squares to get rid of his arm.
Yep.
All right. So you're face to face with him, a reanimated corpse, and a cultist in a yellow cloak. Yog, it is your turn.
So with that perception roll, like can we tell if like is this the real him or was the in the real him? Does that make sense?
All you can tell is that he doesn't recognize you.
Gotcha.
Alright.
He looks identical in every way.
Gotcha.
Let's see. They're within. How close to these idiots? Okay. I first beast hide shift. So
Nice.
I basically
You go bear mode.
yeah, I go bear mode. I basically look like I've been roiding for the last 3 years and grow a bunch of hair and a bear head.
Nice.
I gain temp hit points equal to level plus constitution mod plus 1d6.
Roll that shit.
Roll a d6. I roll 3, so it's 1, 3, 4, 7 temp hit points. I also
So
get plus 1 to AC while I'm shifted. What's that?
Hot
Deborah?
dog.
Nice.
Then I'm also going to rage. So I get my plus 2 to damage. Okay. I'm gonna go and smash some fucking twisted zombie head in.
And then
You going for
Shamash
the
looks at you and
zombie
says, "Did you say my name?" Simon, you're muted. You know that, right?
Fuck. Wait.
I
Why did
do.
it-
I
hold
do
on.
now. I was laughing.
Oh, never mind. I
I
thought
was
it rolled
laughing. I was like,
D6.
wait, does he not know that I thought that was funny?
Well, I think I missed.
Yeah. So this you let out this bestial roar and kind of do like a transform as you walk
Yeah.
up to this writhing
Transform.
body, and it's moving in such freakish, inhuman ways that you don't really know where to aim when you strike. You just bring down the hammer and it kind of like juts backwards a little bit and dodges.
Yep.
No dice. Any bonus action you'd like to do?
I don't think I have anything. So,
Okay.
no.
It is Brill's turn. He points his axe at you and he goes, "You!" He draws it, steps right up. He swings. He swings his big fucking axe. That's right. It ain't great. His first attack misses. His second attack misses. What a shitty roll this is.
Nice. Get out of here.
So he does this, he's well versed in combat, even though he's one-armed. So he points his axe at you, and he comes up and he kind of does like a twirl move. He goes high, you duck. He goes low, you jump. And he's like, huh.
Nice.
And that's his turn. Huh. He gives a
Bring it. bitch.
shamash.
Okay. Well, I should have gone out the window so I could be closer, like idiot. Because I don't think I can reach these guys, can I?
I think so. Not unless
You
you have a range something or other. Or make a double move, but then you can't attack.
Was that a don't think so, or you think so?
No, it'd be
It's,
40 feet to get here.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I go Schmear?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. You can go one more square.
Yeah,
One
that's
more square.
125. So you can go
Okay.
anywhere here.
All right, I'm gonna go here. And if I breathe some fire, am I in danger of hitting Yogg?
You can aim
No,
it,
you can
like,
you
You
can
could
angle
cone
it
it
like
away,
here-ish. What is it?
It's
Cone
a 15-foot cone. So
So
you
it's
can
15-foot cone.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit the Reaver, but it can still hit Brill.
Yeah, I'll breathe some fire just to
Yeah,
instill
you can
some
like aim it
dominance.
this way, and it won't hit
Yeah.
the cultist, but it'll hit.
Yep.
This,
But it
this
will
guy.
hit Brill, so I will establish some dominance and just breathe some fire.
It's a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Dexterity?
Yep, against 8 plus. We said
2
2
plus
1. 11.
My charisma or whatever
Constitution.
Constitution modifier, which is 1.
You
Yeah.
rolled a
so it's
13.
So an 11.
Yeah. So he
We
dodged.
say
Half 6.
takes half damage, right?
Yep.
Hit me with that damage, boy.
What?
So 3 damage.
Well, it's half 2d6.
You gotta roll 2d6.
Oh shit! Sorry.
God damn it, Simon.
Know your class, noob. It's 5.
Total.
Yeah.
So yeah, 11 total. Yeah, in half.
6. Round up.
So 6 if you round up.
That's your turn, right?
Yep.
Alright, this freakish fucking thing. It's got some cool stuff, so I need to read up on it.
I like it.
It's fucking Voldo is what it is.
It's going to... It don't like that fire. It's interested in you and not so much this fucking beast that is literally like 6 feet taller than it.
Bring it.
So it's going to
Fucking dragon.
run around Brill.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You get an attack of opportunity.
So just maul attack.
It's a basic attack.
Get fucked.
Nice. Let's go.
That's a hit.
Get fucked. Alright, 2d6 plus 3.
Thanks, Yogg.
There you go.
13 damage then.
13 damage then. So he's running away, and as he's like running, I do like this like quick underhand swing and hit him right in the ass, kind of smacking him forward, but also busting up his ass a little bit. Like
So
picture one of his ass cheeks, like if it popped.
Yeah,
You know,
it
like
definitely.
Paddled like a fraternity brother.
Yeah.
So these things can do these leap attacks, but it has to run 15 feet. It ran the 15 feet, but because you landed this attack of opportunity, I'm going to say that you impeded its momentum, and it will not be able to do its leap attack.
Saved
So
you.
it's
from
just
the
do a
smash.
normal
Thanks,
claw attack on Shamir.
Good God.
Smash.
That ain't hitting, I can tell you that.
Shamash.
Alright, that is its turn. It is Ren's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move right here.
You can do like a combat roll into the open.
Yep.
And I'm gonna shoot at this thing because it fucking offends me with its grossness.
It does. It's very offensive.
Really does.
Are you more offended by the yellowy shit on this bitch though?
Diver, Diver, as you draw your bow, the image of this thing is just so offensive. It fills you with what feels like hate. You have like a surge of power. I'm gonna give you a circumstantial +2 on your attack. Looks like you did a 24. That's pretty damn good anyways, so you didn't really need it, it looks like. Roll that damage.
Six.
Very nice. You, this thing started to claw at Shamash, and you just pick it off, and you pin it against the ground back here.
Nice.
And it is dead.
Yeah.
Shamash,
Skewered.
Shamash and Morelm run, roll of perception.
Okay. I also give a dragon thumbs up at Ren.
We'll
Which-
see.
Peace
Let's
among
see their
worlds.
perception is. Shamash, roll
Hang
that
on.
perception.
Hang on. Just okay.
You listen to your DM when
There's
you're
a time limit on your rolls!
Where the hell is perception?
Wait, so is he's dead, the little
Nope,
guy?
not it.
Yeah, this repossessed corpse or whatever is dead. So Shamash, as this arrow comes out of fucking nowhere and domes this reanimated corpse of this old man, and it pins it against the ground, you look back at the archer and you can tell that his eyes are glowing.
Are glowing?
They're glowing. Faintly, but glowing. You can tell easily because it's dark out, it's cloudy, it's rainy.
All
His
right.
eyes are glowing.
I'm starting to think that this cleric, or not cleric, this wizard dude has some shit going on. We need to focus on this guy.
You think that. Morelm, your turn.
I
bonus action, I think.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
what's that?
Did you want to do a bonus action, Diver?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
sorry.
gonna make a similar move out into the center of the streets, and centering somewhere like here, where I've got it centered. I start strumming a lullaby,
Okay.
and I want to cast sleep
Nice.
because I don't think Brill. What the fuck? Why won't my thingy? What the fuck?
It's not a very good lullaby.
Yeah, they're not lulled.
There is no lull.
It's
Yeah.
not very effective.
The fuck? Hold on, it popped out weird. Let me do this.
You have to roll like a bunch, right? Okay, I like that. Yes, you do that. Do you want to have Dell-like animations, or is your sleep different?
No, tell me what my sleep looks like. I liked the Dell animations, but nah, you get of telling me what my sleep looks like.
Okay, well yours is music based, so you start strumming, and there's kind of this like warmth actually coming off of your instrument, and you can kind of see them sway to the rhythm a little bit, and their eyes get a little heavy. And now we see who falls asleep.
Yeah, it starts with the
It
lowest
starts
current
with
hit
you,
points.
right? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
This cultist falls asleep, and the other one, and Brill does not.
Does anything happen to Brill once the cultist falls asleep?
Nope.
Okay.
Looking for these. Oh, there it is.
So wait, do you play that song that goes, "Everything's gonna be alright"?
Rockabye. Not what I was thinking, but yes.
Is that your turn then?
And I'm gonna do a little inspirational wink to Yogg and say, "Get him, bear."
Get him.
Like questioning, like go get him, tiger, but like bear.
So there's no like, you don't have to roll anything for bardic inspiration. He just gets
I
it.
can just
Oh
give
my God.
inspiration.
So I have
That's really
inspiration.
You got to be able to hear him, but that's about it, I think.
Yeah, you have bardic inspiration now.
Nice.
Wait, so the one cultist is asleep, Yogg's or Brill's just chilling with Yogg?
And the animated corpse.
He's not chilling,
out.
but it's just not his turn yet.
There's another cultist. Like if you look for him, you can see another cultist because he's got that lantern. You can see him easily in the
Off in the
dark.
distance.
He's
How
heading
fast
towards.
can I get to that guy?
You're not
Ooh.
any faster than him, so you'd be keeping the same amount of distance the whole chase.
Oh, because he's
Oh,
dashing.
But no, isn't he carrying a big chest?
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Because I want to double move and start chasing
Yeah,
him.
it's not. He has it under one arm, so it's not terribly big.
I wanted to like start sprinting after him.
What's the range on some of your spells? Is it like 90 feet? Run your 30, hit him with a spell, and do your jump 10 to avoid opportunity
That's
attacks
what
from
I was
Brill.
thinking, is I want to get close enough to him to be able to start doing that shit.
Nice.
Mania, if you have any chance of getting to him, you have to run past Brill here.
Well,
You're
Or
going to take an
I
spells
can-
when
opportunity
you cast-
attack.
Or I can.
no,
My magic missile is 120 feet.
it's
So, like,
120 feet, but when you cast a spell, that move up to 10 feet does not provoke opportunity attack. So you
Ah.
can get
Yeah,
past
so I
Brill by
can
doing that.
fly over Brill if I wanted to, if I'm going to cast my spell at the end of this move.
Interesting.
So I can like run straight at him and just fly over him and then just.
What's your
ass
move,
blast
matey?
The guy.
30.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah,
move to here, and then cast your spell, and then use that shift to get past him out of opportunity. Then you can use a normal run.
Yeah, but I fly 10 feet too, though.
Yeah, right. So
So
you
you can
use
move
your
40
normal
feet
move to
in
get
this turn.
here,
Yeah, so I want to
and
go
then
to
you
like
use your
here,
fly to get here.
and then I want to go blast the guy down with my magic missile.
You're blasting the cultist that's running away.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see that damage for you.
Fuck yes.
Pretty good.
Plus
12 total?
3. 12.
12 total, right?
Yeah.
He's pretty hurt, but he's still moving.
You didn't drop it?
Still schmoving.
Schmoovin'.
You didn't drop that shit? Didn't get slowed down at all?
He didn't. No. He's schmoving, dude. Would you
Alright,
get
well-
slowed down if you got hit by magic missile?
I mean, I'd pack a serious punch.
Pack a wallet.
Wallop.
Alright, that's my turn.
That's a good turn.
Yep.
This cultist, he's waking up. Work. Don't I have to roll or something?
No, I don't think you can. He just
Oh, it's yeah.
a creature's hit points once you go.
goes down.
Spell sends a creature into a magical slumber. Blah, blah, blah. Creatures within 20 feet. Yeah, I think they're just asleep for a minute.
Cool.
Falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleep.
Nice.
He's asleep. That's his turn. Yog, you're up.
Does Brill go or? Oh no, it is me. Okay. Okay. I am going to grapple Brill. So I looked this up. It is. I do a strength check contested against either strength or dexterity. Target's choice. If I succeed, they are grappled and can't move. I think that's it. But because I'm raged, I have advantage on strength checks.
Grapple isn't a normal action.
It says you can use the attack action to make a special melee attack.
Yeah,
with
it's a grapple action.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm doing this instead of attacking.
Okay.
So you either do strength or dexterity, but I have advantage.
As my save?
Yes, and if it's just whoever's higher. It's just. And then I'm gonna roll 2 because I get advantage.
It's a DC. You don't roll at all.
It's a contest. You're contesting.
Yeah, it's like war, right? Like I roll and he
Oh.
rolls.
Yeah, I
It's a
think you
roll.
both roll, and whoever has higher.
Yeah, whoever
So you
higher.
have advantage. Why do you have advantage?
Because I'm enraged, I get advantage on
He
strength
gets advantage on
checks.
strengths.
Oh, damn, dude. Okay. He rolled a 15 total.
Oh,
That
does that
doesn't do
count
it.
as my second roll already?
Yeah, it rolls both of them.
Damn it. Well, I failed the grapple.
But
Okay.
that's okay. Yeah, that does have your strength bonus on it.
So you get your claws out and you see one-armed Brill and you
He
think,
isn't-
this
is
guy,
he-
he can't put up a fight against my claws, and you try to wrap him up, and he breaks free.
Do you have bardic inspiration?
Oh yeah,
Cool. Yeah, you can roll that d6. Wait, what did he roll?
12 or 15. So I need a 3.
Brill rolled a 15, so you need 3 better.
Yeah.
Alright, you
Thank
grapple
you.
him.
I forgot about that. You grappled. So that means fuck.
Tackle and grapple.
I lost the page. It's like his movement goes to 0, and
Movement
if
goes
he
to
wants
0,
to get
yeah.
out of the grapple, we just do another check like this. I continue to have advantage and bardic inspiration.
Okay, we'll say this net is grapple. I don't really have any better options.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what does that do? It reduces his movement to 0.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I'll read it.
unless he has to like, use
Speed
an action
is
to get
0.
out of it.
The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or grappling
A grappled
effect.
creature can use its action to escape. To do so, it must succeed on a strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check contested by your strength athletics check.
All right.
Oh,
let's
we
have
were supposed to do athletics, acrobatics, not
Right.
Sorry, whatever. We'll
Yeah.
do that next time.
a strength roll. Well, I have to break free now. So
Right.
Why is
so
it just rival?
Because the reason you use that is
no,
because
no,
you can.
it's supposed to be. So
proficiency
I'm
with
supposed to roll
athletics.
athletics. You're supposed to roll either athletics or acrobatics.
I see.
Right. Because you
Okay.
get your proficiency in there.
Yeah, yeah. But we'll just do that next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a roll off. Go ahead and roll d20, and I guess you have advantage on this because it's a
Yeah.
strength.
So I'm gonna roll athletics.
He rolled another 15.
I win. Bitch, you still grapple? Tackle
Why?
and grapple.
Because he's got advantage.
Oh yeah, I see the 18. I was looking at the 14.
And I
All
can
right.
still roll my d6 if you really don't believe me.
No, you already used your d6. It's done.
Oh, it's a one.
Yeah, it's a one and done thing. Not like bless.
Yep. That was its use.
Nice. All right. Well, you
Worth
grappled.
it.
You
It was a good
grappled.
That he doesn't
Get
shake
grabbed.
free. That's his turn. Shamash.
Get grabbed. While he is grappled, I assume he can't take opportunity attacks.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, you're correct.
You dashing?
I think
Ladash.
I'm gonna Ladash up to this guy up here.
He's sleeping.
Sleeping?
Don't pick him up.
Well, we have a grappled and a sleep, so we got to pick something to do.
Oh,
There's
We
okay.
another
could, we
dude
could
running
probably
away
tie
still.
up Brill and put him in restrained status. Like you probably have rope
Yeah,
in your kit.
Because
Simon, if you
we
want.
I don't know that we think that this is like the real Brill. I think that he's like mind controlled or something.
Yeah, I'm grappling him because I know
Well,
this
right.
guy.
But I'm not going after Bro. I'm going after.
Well,
The
so that
cultist
person, this
away?
one's asleep and can't wake
Oh,
up.
okay.
This one
There's
is
one off
I'm-
here running away that Maney's attacking.
Okay.
yeah.
So,
and then Brill
War-
is I have to beat Brill on a roll off every turn, so it's not a guarantee I'll keep him restrained.
So I'm looking at him. I don't have anything that can restrain him.
You don't have rope in your kit?
Nope.
You have hempen rope? Everyone has hempen rope.
I mean, nope.
Well, maybe someone else does.
I do.
Yeah.
Alright, Simon, you do whatever feels right.
Well, warhammering the sleeping cleric probably isn't the right thing to do. That's what I was going to do. So
You could try and you can still attack Brill and just not use lethal force.
Yeah.
Try and soften him up.
That doesn't change the grapple.
No, right.
Can
If
I,
anything, I
like-
would say you probably have advantage on it, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Could I do
maybe not if
Shield
they're
of-
like
could I do
entangled.
Shield of Dude? Just like walk up and give Yog a little tappy just for protection.
Little
Or is
tappy.
it just
Yeah, I mean I don't need that. I have 17 AC already.
yeah, well then. I'm just gonna observe what's
I mean,
happening.
Yeah,
Ready-
you just
So in this
I'll be
case, you
ready
want to ready in
action,
action.
like,
Yeah,
right
ready
next
and
to him.
attack.
Yeah.
If he breaks
Brill
loose, you can do
escapes,
something.
yeah.
If he breaks, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you could ready
you
a
can,
grapple if he breaks loose.
Yeah,
You can-
I'll do that.
what is it called? Assisting his grapple, whatever.
Yeah.
You can add two to Yog's
There you go.
Yeah.
grapple roll.
Okay.
Nice.
What do I need to do?
Assisting his action.
You're now assisting me. So
Alright,
every
good deal.
time I grapple, I get another +2 from you.
Okay. You got it.
Well, this is going much differently than I assumed.
Smash.
So that's your turn, Shamash?
Smash.
It's a good turn, Simon. We need to figure out what's going on with this fight.
Yep.
All right.
Ren, you're still pretty enraged by this whole fucking situation. You find their school of magic despicable, although you can't really identify what.
Right.
Magic
Something
it is.
about it is itching in my brain.
Yeah.
I'm going to move here, and do you have any idea how far away he is from me, the guy who's running?
He had a decent head start on you guys. He's within. What is your bow range again? Like 120 feet or further?
150 feet for normal, and then 600 feet with disadvantage, I think.
Okay, I would say he's at 150 feet. So you
Bring him
get
down.
So I'm going to.
That would
I
be 5 turns. Does that sound right?
He's a sprinter, guys.
if he's
taking
dashing.
the
Yeah,
dash,
but I had
think
an extra
yeah.
10 feet from
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah, if he's dashing, it's 3 turns. Alright.
So I'm going to turn my ring around and use my trinket, my Deadeye ring.
Nice.
So normally it appears to be a silver ring with an open socket. When activated, a small blue magical crosshair is projected from the socket. As a bonus action, I get a +7 on my next ranged attack. So a little crosshair appears in front of my vision as I aim at this guy
Nice. Sounds reasonable.
that I don't fucking need.
Yeah, you
Wait.
fucking you snipe.
Yep. I want to hit this one particular spot on his neck that I see.
On his neck.
What's
do you mean one
particular
Right, like-
about
No, I'm just kidding. I just want to hit him, unless it does
Okay.
something specific.
Roll some damage.
Oh
boy.
Yeah, you can see this. You can see with your little blue crosshair. You kind of aim up, accounting for the slope of the Earth from 150 feet away.
Coriolis effect, the rotation?
Judging for the wind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
He's
wind.
not a flat earther.
Even though
Nope.
the wind is moving in reverse.
Wouldn't that just
Yeah.
be different sideways?
Yes, exactly. You don't immediately realize that it's in reverse, but yeah, that was the joke. Yeah, he gets completely fucking domed, and he drops the chest
Nice.
and the lantern, and he looks flattened.
Oh boy.
This is going okay.
Yep.
So I
Hey,
believe
we're a
that's your
good
turn.
team.
That's all your actions,
Yep. That's it.
and you only get one use per day on that
Yes.
that ring.
So it's done.
Great job, Yog.
That's a sick trinket.
Yeah. Considering I have +5 attack on my longbow, +7 on that, it's like a +12 on the whatever attack I use it on.
Until you get a better bow.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, you'll You'll be reliably hitting one
Yep,
time per day.
I don't do a shit ton of damage, but I do consistent damage.
Marelm, you're up.
Yeah, I want to. I guess I move up into the space kind of between the two,
Mm-hmm.
the sleeping cultist and Brill,
Grappled.
and I want to. I just want to do a perception check to see if I get any sense of what's going on with Brill.
Play Wonderwall.
Before you describe that, has anyone ever made like a perception bot character?
He just
stack
sees everything.
perception
Just
bonus?
stacks wisdom.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. That'd be great though.
I
feel
sense
like
their
I feel like
intentions.
we roll perception more than anything else. It feels like it'd be super useful.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Stealth is a super useful skill
Yeah,
because it's
I've
like
got advantage on
it's
stealth.
super consequential. You know, like if you fuck up a stealth roll, it's like, oh god damn it.
Yep.
Now we
But if you
thought
fuck up a perception, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to.
So you roll very good perception. This Brill in front of you seems identical in every single way to the Brill you know. You don't know him very well though, to be honest. You don't
Yeah.
have much to go on. You just know that his attitude is very different.
I say I think this, and I finish my movement and I ready an action with my rapier for
You're gonna
the
rape
cult.
him?
Made me perk up.
Keith, you couldn't have picked a funnier weapon.
You said you're readying an action to.
I'm
coup de
readying an
grace,
attack. Well,
uh,
not a,
Yeah,
not a
run
coup de
him
grace, more
through
like
if he
I
wakes
want to. I feel like it's almost like I want to.
Just holding it at
I don't
knife
want to
point.
kill. Yeah, like holding it at knife point. Yeah, to make. What's the word I want when you ask questions?
No, let's interrogate this guy and torture
Interrogate.
him. Let's torture
Well,
him.
let's not torture, but
Why not? That's how you get answers.
So like I said, you don't notice anything different about Brill physically. And when you move over to the cultist, you see he's laying down, he's sleeping, covering half of his face from his nose down is like a white cloth that just drapes just straight down. It's tinted like disgusting yellow at the top, and then it's really red, like blood red below, dried blood red from the mouth down.
We can like tie these people up, guys, if we have rope. They're-
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on
you can.
coming back and doing.
yeah,
Hank
I don't have any
Mardukas.
rope in mine.
Hank Marduki.
Someone grab the rope out of my backpack.
Manny, what'll it be?
What'll what be? My
Your turn. Yep.
Isn't so the one guy's dead that was carrying the chest?
Yep.
I want to go secure the chest.
It's 150
Good
feet
call.
away. It'll take you, I think, 3 turns to get there.
Okay. I mean, what else are we doing?
Fighting?
Do you have a
Why?
pack?
We
Yeah,
got,
let's-
we got
Rope out of
this guy
Yog's
all-
neck.
we got one
No, I mean-
lined up.
I'm just saying you are fighting. You don't
Let's
have
tie
to.
these guys up.
Being grappled is a temporary condition.
Yeah, we got to tie him up. Hold him more soundly.
Do you have any rope, Manny?
I have hempen rope.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just
Fine,
tie
we'll start-
Brill up, and then
yeah,
we can go get the chest.
I'll come start tying Brill up. Whatever you want, Yog.
You tying him up? Is that
Yep.
the plan, Manny? Tie him up?
Yep, tie him up.
Okay, I think this would be like a strength check. He's kind of flailing around even though he's grappled.
You'd have
require-
disadvantage. He's two
Yeah.
people holding him down.
Okay, Shamash, you can either help with the grapple or you can help tie him up. You can add a +2 to one of those two rolls.
Help with the tie up.
Tie him up.
I'll help with the
He's
tie.
already grappled for this turn.
Sure thing, Yog.
I got the 16 because it's,
No, you rolled strength
You
save.
save.
What?
Roll
The strength roll?
athletics. Roll athletics.
Woof.
It was a strength. It's supposed to be a strength roll, but not a strength save. But either way, it uses his strength mod, which is 0, so it doesn't really matter.
Woof.
It's with advantage and it's with the +2.
Yep.
So it's 18. You can successfully tie him up. Takes a little while, but you're able to secure a rope around him, and he's now grappled by the rope instead of one of you
He should
guys.
be in restrained, I think.
Okay, let's look up restrained.
Speed is 0, can't benefit. Attack rolls have advantage. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's not the right one. I don't know. Whatever. He's restrained by the rope.
Yes. So we'll say
Yeah.
instead of using your guys' strength, competing strength rolls, it'll be like a DC 15 to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. It is Sleepy Boy's turn, and he
Still.
continues. He's off in the dream world. Yog, it's your turn. You've kind of like let go of him now that he's grappled by the rope. You don't
If
have.
I tie another rope around him, can I increase the DC?
Yes.
Alright, I tie
Good call.
my hempen rope around him as well.
Okay. It doesn't add 15 though. We'll
Right.
say it's a DC 20 now.
Okay.
He's very well secured.
Okay.
He's super fucking pissed about this because he wants to die in battle or succeed in battle. He doesn't.
Is he
doesn't
like yelling anything right now? Is he saying anything?
He's like he's not yelling words. He's like ah!
He's like rabid, foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, he's like rabid. Yes.
I say, you're not yourself, and I just walk over. I use my movement to come over here now that he's tied up.
Okay. He laughs maniacally.
I just want to be near this bitch just in case shit pops.
Yeah, I think we need
I
to
walk
see
here.
what's going on with our friend, or with the bartender. Not our friend, but
The bartender, bro.
yeah.
Okay, it's Bro's
him
turn.
as Bro.
Gonna try to bust out. Didn't I say DC 20?
You did.
Yes, you did.
Well, it's gonna be 18 plus 3, so that's a 21.
Oh shit!
Fucking A.
This, he's like, "Ah!" And,
Jesus Christ!
Hulk
God
just
damn it.
fucking bursts around him. That is his turn, but he is no longer.
I'll try to get him again next time around. Fucking A.
I'm just gonna kill this guy.
He's face to face.
We can attack him and then just not do fatal damage.
If I would have
We
double
can knock him
roped
out.
him and
Trying to help him.
continued to grapple him, what would the DC have been?
Jesus, like 22 probably. Yeah,
So
22.
still not enough, fucker.
Yeah, that would have been enough.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 20. Never mind. Whatever.
He rolled a 21.
Okay.
I mean, I should have made that option available.
Nah,
I mean,
no,
the
no,
option
I-
was
I-
available too. I didn't
Who would've
explicitly
thought?
say
No,
it.
I
but-
knew I could have done it. Don't worry about it.
Shamash. You're muted, Shamash.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do.
I look at the Dragonborn and I say,
I would say attack Brill, and then just tend on
Yeah.
knock him out.
knowing that you don't want to do lethal damage. You
Yeah,
just
I
want to
just-
knock him out. instead.
I
Shamash,
just wanna knock him out.
one of your tenets of your being is justice, and justice needs to be served to those who deserve it, and this man deserves it.
He killed a guy.
We don't know that.
All right.
Move the
He was
body.
dragging a dead body.
Is his axe bloody? Was it bloody?
All right, I swing my trusty warhander with both hands.
It
Oh,
do be
buddy.
hitting. It
That
do be
dude-
hitting with a 20 for sure.
D10 plus what?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Elizabeth, who was just like, "Wow, this is so cool, Simon."
Use your imagination.
Jealous.
She just
Sounds like jealousy. What's the
If only
plus?
she were inside your head right now, then
she
she'd be
She
impressed.
liked Destiny
It's-
more than we did.
It's +3,
Nice.
Protect the queen!
Protect.
+3
Damn.
bludgeoning.
Okay. And is that your turn then? Would you like to reposition or anything?
No, that's my turn, and yeah, just trying to knock
Ren?
him out.
Ren, you're up. You just got done sniping a fool.
I'm gonna shift that way, back away from Yogg a little bit, and I'm gonna attack Brill.
Okay. So, dude, that's gonna be a hit, sir.
Jesus, you're rolling like a boss.
Everyone's
Yeah.
hitting tonight. Everybody.
I've whiffed a couple.
Yeah, I was gonna say my vicious mockeries have been.
Oh, I suppose. Just the mockeries.
The Colin Mockeries. Got 'em.
Got him. What's the damage? Nice.
5.
Alright, is that the turn then?
That's it.
Morelm.
I am going to do. I don't think there's really anything worth doing. Yeah, I'm just going to. 1 second. Oh yeah, that won't help. I'm just going to position myself. We'll get this 3-pronged attack, and I'm just going to attack with my rapier.
Rape him.
I didn't know you were a rapist.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're not well versed in the combat. Everyone knows it. You saunter up, like strategically, even though he's facing away from you, and you do like a stab, and it's like, were you trying to aim where he was gonna be? And
I want to yell at
Not
Morelm and say,
very
you forgot to
calculated.
take the wrapper off of your.
yeah,
off of
yeah,
your
you
rapier.
still got the cork on the tip.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You stab him, and it's got the cork end, and your rapier bends violently. It's like, wah, 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 wah.
Keith, you knew you'd get giggles when you picked that weapon.
Oh, for sure.
Hank Marduk. Manny, let's see what you got.
The Mardukenstein.
What
Show me what you
are we
got.
trying to do here, guys?
We're trying to knock out.
Yeah.
out.
I didn't
Incapacitate
realize you
Brill.
could do that. You can do like damage, but you say it's
Non-lethal,
right.
non-lethal. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta announce it ahead of time, but
So we just gotta fuck him up a little bit.
yeah, if you kill him, but you say you don't want to do a killing blow, you just knock him out instead.
Exactly.
Then we can revive him later.
Yep, exactly.
Alright, okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
I have an iron pot. I'm gonna use that to use subdual damage.
Cool. Whap
Do
him
you
on the
have
head with an
any
improvised
sort of-
weapon.
I'm just gonna
That'll
try
be-
to whack him on the head with it.
It's an
D20.
improvised weapon, so you roll a strength check with a -2.
Oh, strength check.
You whip with this pot, and it goes past him, and it falls into the mud. It just makes like a thunk as the lid like comes off and slams back into it.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
Sleepy boy's dreaming. Yogg, your turn.
Alright, we have advantage on him now,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just non-lethal try to obliterate him with my maul.
So oxymoronic, but I love it.
As much non-lethal damage as possible.
Yeah. Just
I'm
want to
gonna-
blast him.
I'm gonna destroy him into being subdued.
Does that hit?
What was the roll? 18 plus. Yeah,
Just
18.
18. Yeah. Alright, so 2d6 plus 3. So 9.
9.
9 damage.
Damage.
He's still pretty healthy,
Talking
guys.
about damage.
Still pretty healthy. He's still very mad.
Mhm.
All right, boys. You guys ready for this shit? He's got a little trick up his sleeve.
Uh-oh.
Whirlwind. No!
He's got a whirlwind attack.
No!
He's gonna make an attack against anybody in an adjacent square, so every single one of you.
No!
You doofuses.
No.
We'll start with Shamash and we'll move clockwise. It's 11. That's gonna miss. Hank. That's also an 11. That's gonna miss. Holy shit! An 11. That's gonna miss.
Yeah!
Here we go.
Was that Morelm?
No, that's you.
No, this last one hits Morelm. It's a 21 against AC.
Yeah, that's enough.
Woo-hoo.
You shouldn't have tried to wrap him.
You rapist.
Boy, you might be hurted. Which way does that go?
Yeah, but because he only has one arm, wouldn't he like spin off center and fall over?
He's a little off kilter.
Yeah,
That's-
he's got
that's-
an arm and a big axe in one hand. He'd definitely fall.
Very
over.
well versed in combat.
Is this a big number?
It's big to you.
Is it a single dice roll big number?
No, it's 10 damage.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of, can I use my trinket? Like, invert your roll. I don't know how much
You
it
can
would
only
be.
invert ally rolls. You can't invert.
Oof. 1 hit point, boys.
You're fine.
Your,
He's
your,
fine. Not
your
even
bard
close,
is hurt.
baby.
Just, I want to step out of range.
Not
That-
even close.
That is his turn, Shamash. Let's see what you got.
Wait, where'd my turn go?
You went before him, I thought.
You went before him,
Oh,
right?
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Hang on, guys. Sec.
I'm not a smart man.
It's okay. That's what we're here for.
From that point on, if I
We'll
was
be
going
your smartness.
somewhere, I was running.
Running.
I'm best
Bloody.
in this fruit
Okay,
company.
so- Is this building still like
Oh yeah,
awake?
he did a whirlwind attack and missed everybody. Luckily,
All right.
Okay.
Except for
Everybody who matters.
Everybody, yeah.
Grass,
everybody
can you,
who counts.
Can you swing another?
Keith is one. is
Warhammer
at
for
one
me,
hit point,
Because I'm
so-
taking the dogs out.
Let's see here. You rolled a 9 plus your.
Nah, he's got advantage given.
Oh, that's right.
He's flanked as fuck.
Totally forgot.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Or are we flanked? Because he can fucking whirlwind.
Oh god.
D10 plus something or other. Plus 3 or something like that.
His hammer, it's
Yeah.
yeah, D10
1D.
plus 3, I think.
Yep. That's. Ha!
Oof.
Suck it, bitch. 4 damage total. I rolled shitty on your damage roll. Suck it, dick.
Take it, Simon.
Take
Yeah,
it, Mr.
if you're
Flying.
ever watching this recording, suck it.
Yeah. Future suckers.
We actually
I
don't know
just
if
hear
this
it.
recording's gonna work though.
I can hear it in my face. Got me good, Russ.
Alright, Ren, you're up.
All right. How is my vision of my target? Am I obscured by these numbskulls around?
Are you talking about a drill?
Yeah.
The reaction that you're having, you've kind of lost focus of all allies. You only see and think and smell and breathe these enemies. You literally don't see Hank, Yogg, or Morelm. You have no there's no chance that you hit them with this shot. If that's
Nice.
what you're wondering.
That is what I wonder.
Does
All right,
that mean
I'm
he's definitely gonna hit us? See that?
gonna attack Brill with my longbow.
So do. That's a hit.
Goodness gracious.
I reloaded his dice.
Yep,
Give me some of those
Eight
rolls.
plus- oh, that's tough. Cool.
8 damage.
He's looking hurt, guys. He's finally looking hurt. He's hurting for a squirtin'.
Shk.
Morelm, be very careful with this turn.
Riley
You
has
shift
a
away.
counter attack.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna have to just take my disengage,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Smart. What's that red dot you gave yourself?
I'm bloody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Maney can
So,
bathe in you.
Give myself
a halfling appears out of nowhere and rubs up against you and then runs away.
My
So you heal
character in this
yourself
game
up for 7?
actually really hates blood. I get nauseous when I see it.
Gross.
So I give myself 7 hit points, and then I who goes next in order? Yogg, and I say no. No, this time get him, bear guy, and
It's
give
my
another
turn,
bardic
isn't it?
inspiration
It's
to
my fucking
Yogg.
turn.
Hank's next.
I'm not worried about that. I'm giving you the bardic.
Hank's got to go
Alright.
pick up his pot.
Yeah. Make sure you add 7 to your health
Yep.
there. I still see it at 1. And then
Yep.
Yogg, you now have a bardic inspiration. And it's Hank's turn.
So what's we at? Is he bloodied yet?
Yes. He is literally bleeding.
Wipe yourself off. You're bleeding.
You're bleeding.
You're bleeding.
Yeah,
I
I guess
never
I'll
Wipe
just
yourself off.
I guess
Yo,
I'll just
Dad.
I'm gonna do my little spell thing. I'm gonna fly up in the air over behind him and then just blast him with a couple magic missiles. You know.
Do you have? Yeah, you have magic missiles.
Just the usual.
You know,
You
Oh,
do this
buddy.
you do this
Plus
crazy
3,
like
13.
nice.
Well, Hank Marduk special.
And I go Kamehameha!
you do this. You guys know what a branny is in gymnastics?
Mm-mm.
It's a way of doing like a flip 180, but you
Yeah.
always face the ground.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You do a huge 10-foot tall branny over him, and you alternate hands with 3 magic missiles that,
And I yell
And I
Masenko
go over.
ha!
and you do a little acrobatics for your landing. See how if you stick this landing or what happens.
But I do say this is when I cast
is
magic
he-
missile. I say Masenko ha.
Does he slip in the mud and hit his head on the pot he threw? Or
No man, I land like a goddamn cat.
Yeah, the pot is in the square in front of you, but yeah, you land just fine. It's muddy out, but you stick the landing. Good job.
Someone drawing a pot.
That's my turn.
Okay, sleepy boy sleeping. Yogg.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just
So
non-lethally
sleepy.
smash.
Okay.
Brill. And I'm going to use
Plus Bardic?
Inspiration.
15.
Tie goes to the players.
Nice.
2d6 plus.
Get inspired.
3,
Get inspired.
7 damage. I don't do a lot of damage this character. Not yet, anyway.
All right, Brill's turn. He's engaged with Samash.
And Hyog.
He's gonna take 2 Great Axe swipes at you. That's a good one. 21 against AC. Oh, he's out walking the dog.
Yeah, that's
Attack
enough.
me instead, because
No, that's-
Yeah, what'd you say? What'd you
21 against your AC. He hits once
that's
with
a
the Great Axe.
Yeah.
And he swings again. He misses with the second one. So he kind of does. You kind of get caught in the shoulder.
Get fucked.
That causes you to like kind of flinch back to that side, but you raise your warhammer with the other hand to block the next one. You take some damage. Not that much damage though. You take 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
That's his turn. Shamash, you're up.
Get him back.
get him. Watch out for his counter attack.
Shamash, are you here? Or do I need to roll for you?
Think.
What's up?
Hey. I think you'll need a roll for me. I'm just coming back.
Roll
I mean, if it's gonna be like a minute, we can wait a minute.
Okay, yeah. Just give me 30 seconds.
It's more fun
Black.
when you do it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Is the guy still up?
Yeah,
Yep, he's bloodied though.
He's bloodied.
Yeah, but like, how much? I feel like we've been getting.
He's a big dude.
When he's only at half health when he switches to bloody.
Right.
Which is like 2
Knock him
turns
out.
ago. Or it was this turn basically.
Well,
Attacks ago or 3 attacks
Yeah,
ago.
no.
Do you have any sort of
Manage.
questions on that?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, no. Alright, Ren.
All right. It worked once. I'm gonna try it again.
Get him.
Snipe boop.
Yeah, buddy.
God,
Pretty good shit.
I need a longbow apparently.
Got stuck with this raper.
Only 4 damage that time.
It'd be so funny if I like hovered over it and Diver had like a plus 15 in there. It was a typo.
Morelm, you're up.
He like rolls a 40 on accident. Oops.
Whoopsie.
I note that my loot is getting wet in all this reverse rain, and I say, this sucks, and I hit him with a vicious mockery. Wisdom DC. Good God, a 1. It's only a D4.
You got a
Not
25%
very
chance to roll
wise.
1 at least.
Oh, he fails miserably, dude. Literally a natural 1, so.
So 1
He's
damage,
feeling
and then
real bad
disadvantage
about
on his next attack.
Nice. I wonder if that. So I assume because he does 2 attacks, it only counts for the first one
The
per
first.
round. I assume. Yeah.
It's the first attack of his next round, of his next turn.
Do you end up being able to do that to more than one target on a turn later?
It rolls the damage, turns into a higher roll. This is just a cantrip.
Because
Manny, you're up.
otherwise there's a good synergy with you and me.
I guess. I mean, I gotta just do the old Ray of Frost, huh?
Ray of Force.
Yeah, Ray of Force.
Ray of,
You- did you-
blow
yeah,
the
you
dust
used
out
both
of your
your-
keyboard.
So what do I do again? I do the just D20.
It's a spell attack, so yeah, it's a D20 and you add 5. It's against his AC. That's a hit. 17.
Yeah. Take
So-
this.
Heals.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
And he's slow, bitch.
Bitch.
Manny,
Add the
did you
bitch
want
for
to
extra
did you
flavor.
want to do that subdual damage, or did you want to do real damage, lethal or non-lethal damage?
Guess I'll do non-lethal.
Okay. 8 damage. Okay.
I'm so excited to finally attack
Sleepy.
this fucking cultist.
Sleepy boy sleeping. Yog, you're up.
Wait, is Brill...
We still haven't
0?
knocked Brill out.
We have not...
Brill's still standing.
Okay.
He's teetering.
Non-lethal smash.
I wind up with all my might.
That's a hit.
Fuck.
+3, right?
Yeah, +3. 5 damage.
Dude, you annihilate his big
Yes!
toe. Just his big toe.
Which is enough to knock him out?
No.
Jeez.
He goes, owie! He goes, gadzooks!
I think we're getting Brill back, boys.
I taught Tommy to say, nuts. It is the
Alright,
cutest
He's
thing.
gonna turn to you, Yog. He doesn't like this
Good.
big toe tomfoolery. He's gonna take
Hit me, you
right.
bitch.
15 against
Disadvantage.
AC.
Disadvantage on his first.
Oh,
hit.
yeah, disadvantage.
Still not a hit anyways.
Yeah, it's 15.
Swing on
not a
me
hit.
again. Swing on me again.
He's going to, but he doesn't have disadvantage on this one.
Correct.
21 against AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hit me.
Hit me, daddy.
What's the safe word to stop?
10 slashing.
Ooh,
Cut that in
5.
Yeah, so 5 slashing.
Nice.
So I lose 5 temp hit points.
Oh my god, those are so good, dude.
Oh boy.
You are the tank. Okay, that's his turn.
Yog.
Smash
Smash.
him.
Damage.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
There it is.
Do some damage.
There it is. Ba-ba-ba.
Do some non-lethal
Bow.
damage.
How would you like to finish him off?
No,
I mean,
how would you knock him out?
you can say non-lethal as if you'd like. That's
Finish
part
him
of it.
off into unconsciousness.
So he was turned towards Yog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna just tap him on the shoulder, give him a dragon thumbs up, and then just big swing right to the side of the temple.
Nice. Yeah, dude, he totally took the bait. He looked right where he got tapped. He goes, "Huh, what do you want?" You smack him in the fucking face. He's knocked unconscious.
Nice.
You now have a sleeping cultist and an unconscious fucking beast of a dude at your feet. What's the play?
I think as a group, we'd surround the cultist and
Stab him all at once.
kind of ready. Well, not the stab, but wake it up and see if we can wake him up and see if we can, ask what he did to Brill.
I breathe fire.
You want me to grapple him?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have Yog hold him and show him that Brill's knocked out and the other one's dead, way up the road, and he sees all of our.
I
Yeah, he
breathe.
sees our weapons drained on him or drawn on him.
I breathe fire on his toes, just
we-
wake him up.
Are we gonna still be in combat when he wakes up, or can we
It depends how you guys wake him up.
we stack enough rope?
If you guys are looking to do an interrogation, you can wake him up and it won't be a combat situation. If you're looking to do a stabbing, you guys will do some damage, and if you don't kill him, then we'll continue combat.
Nah, give him a slap and wake him up and let's interrogate this bitch.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we want to interrogate.
How do you want to restrain him? Or do you just want to wake him up and have him surrounded and have him kind of freedom of movement?
I pick up the scraps of rope and manage to
I have
tie
a
him
rope
up.
as well.
Yeah.
The scraps of rope are not going to work very well.
We
for
can
it.
use my rope.
They're too ripped up.
I'll tie him up with my hempen
I'm
rope.
sure you have. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have another rope. Man.
Yep.
It's just that.
So
that
we need
rope.
we need to get rid of 2 of our ropes in our inventory, right?
I look at Shamash and I say, make sure to watch his hand. It's just for the cast.
I'm also gonna
Cool.
grapple it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that grapple. Strength.
Tackle grapple. Athletics or
I mean, it's against. He doesn't have a roll to contest, so it's an automatic grapple.
okay. So I want to roll.
Actually, roll anyways, because if you roll a 1, you would automatically fail.
Yeah.
I rolled.
Okay.
You want
21.
Strength instead, or
I mean, athletics is a strength roll, isn't it? Or is it dexterity? Yeah,
Yeah.
acrobatics is the dexterity.
Yep.
Okay. So you successfully grapple him. He's awake now, but he is grappled.
and tied up.
What, he didn't tie him up.
I tied him
Yeah,
up with my hempen rope.
Diber had
Oh,
the rope.
okay. All right, he's tied up.
What's the DC to get out? Or is he just?
He's tied up and he's grappled.
Yeah, he's
We'll
pretty.
say the DC is 17.
So once I want to intimidate him by having my sword drawn in his face. Yogg's clearly got him grappled, and I want to just take my blade and point it at Brill, and point it then down at his buddy down, and say, "What did you do to our bartender?"
He
Yeah.
What did you do to our bartender?
I want to yell intimidating shit too.
Okay, well, first of all, he looks around at his whole situation. He realizes he's pretty fucked, and he starts to laugh, but there's something weird about his laugh.
Oh shit!
Kind of like garbled.
Is it
It's like,
He doesn't have
Laugh is
a
upside
mouth.
down, too.
Jesus Christ!
his laugh is really weird. You can't figure out why.
I cut the veil off of his face.
You yank it off, and his the bottom half of his jaw is missing, and his tongue is just kind of flapping there.
I don't think we're gonna get much
Forsaken.
information out of this guy.
He's undead and wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
But we just take care of him.
I am fucking way over this cultist guy. I want to come up and stab him in the back of the neck.
You guys can roll some attacks. They'll be with advantage, because he's
Can I just bear hug, crush him
such a
into
vulnerable.
into a
Yeah.
powder?
Yeah. Yes, you may. You don't need to roll an attack. You can. Yeah.
There's a critter.
You guys kind of all look around. And you're like, we all know where this is going,
Yep.
and you just kind of surround him, and he is no more. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got all
Keith-
kinds
Keith
of.
wrapped him.
He died 1,000 deaths.
He got wrapped.
And then now you have an unconscious Brill here.
I'm gonna take my rope back.
We should probably drag him inside.
Yeah,
Yep.
take him
I
inside.
think we should go and
collect
grab the
chest.
box and the body of the other cultist and like bring it and pile it on next to each
Yeah,
other.
let's burn this shit. If
Yeah.
it's that bad.
Are you guys kind of splitting up for those 2 tasks? Then you want to bring Brill inside with
Yep.
2 people and
I'm gonna run
2 or
and
3
grab the
people, and
box.
then going to get the box also.
I'll
Yeah,
help
keep-
burn the cultists.
Yeah. Is the rain still going upside down?
It is.
Wow,
Yep.
wow,
It
Jesus.
is.
Okay.
Okay, so who's going to go grab the chest?
I'll go with Ren.
I'll go grab the chest, and one of us will grab the chest. One will drag the body back.
I'll stick with the twins.
You
I
get about
go where Yog goes.
you get about 50
No.
feet.
Damn it.
You get about 50 feet outside of town.
Fine, I'll go. I'll drag Brill in. Simon,
Yeah,
you
that's
go
a
with
good plan.
them.
Okay.
Morelm and Ren, you guys get about 50 feet outside of town, and you don't see the lantern near the dead body. You see a floating light that looks about like the lantern off in the distance. It looks like there's another cultist who's picked up the chest and
Shit.
taken it off.
Well,
Damn it.
Can't beat the DM.
Nope.
want to
Well, I gotta get to the plot point somehow.
We check the dead
Fair
cultists
enough.
just to make sure that Jaw's missing, etc. Same. Drag him back.
Guys, where are we
They
at
have-
in
Can I check
finish
the
time
body?
here? I'm gonna have to head out here pretty soon.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's gonna be theater of the mind for about 15-20 minutes. I really want to get through the last part of this. I just need you guys to follow the cultist.
Okay.
You guys can say that you tied up Brill real good inside the inn. Be like, like to a chair
Yeah.
beyond
No,
escape.
he's hanging
he's-
upside down in the middle of the
By
inn.
his feet.
Sure. Yep. And he's unconscious anyways. So.
Yep.
He's safe.
Good.
Cool. So we run
Got it.
back and say, it looks like there was more, and they took the chest.
You're able to see the lantern fade into the forest, but it's right at the beginning of the path, but not down the path. It's diagonal from the path. And Yog, you see this, and you know it's a area you're familiar with. It's Bear Cave. It's the spot that Brill talked about the night before. He was like, "You guys want another mission tomorrow? Meet me at Bear Cave."
Right.
So that cultist went into Bear Cave with the chest. You guys want to chase?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do we want to go back, talk to Brill to find out what he knows, and rest before we chase?
He's unconscious.
I mean, we could do like a long rest, and we could wake him up.
I say we just
It's
keep
an idea.
going.
I'm not saying we do it.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty
I
healthy.
don't want to lose the trail of the cultists.
Yeah.
All right.
That chest clearly, if they sent this many for it.
Well, we hung Brill upside down, so he's probably gonna die of asphyxiation. But all right.
We will handle the distribution of this later, but you guys get an item from Brill. You get his axe. It's Brill's monkey-gripped battle axe +1. So it's
I think that's got
+1
Hank's name all over it.
It's a +1 great axe, and it can be wielded one-handed.
Nice.
Quite nice.
Perfectly balanced.
Exactly. It had to be for a one-handed man.
It's a Yogg or Shamash weapon, if I've ever heard it. But satchel it up, and
Yeah,
let's
we'll
run
figure
after
that
these
out later.
cultists.
Yep.
You guys can do like
My
meat or
name is
burritos
my name
going
is
or whatever.
Yogg the Maul. Is my problem with getting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get
I also
them.
don't have any slashing weapons. I'm all blunt, so I'll take another
Smash.
attacks.
You like blunts?
Dude.
All right, let's do the Vita of the Mind part. So you guys arrive at the cave. Just off the normal path is a smaller, much shorter path off to the side. That let me pull up the big old map here, world map. This cave goes under the Shrine of Legends. So here's where the path starts, and there's a small path that leads up to the cave, which is underneath the Shrine of Legends. Okay.
Rain's still coming upwards.
Yep. Rain's still upwards. You can also look back. You wanted to verify that everything is moving backwards. You can see the sun Technically, it's rising for you guys, but it's in the location where it would be setting. It's still raining. You guys roll up to the bear cave, and Yog, you know this to be something of a joke, really. It's a joke to you. Whoever found this cave knew nothing of bears because it's not a bear's cave. They just thought it was, so they named it Bear Cave. It doesn't smell anything like bears. Bears have not been there. It's like 15. Right. It's like 15 feet wide. It's like 10 feet deep. It just seems empty. There is a marking on the far wall, though. The marking looks like this. Do I have it in? I'll post it in. Get it 1 second. There it is. You see this painted on the far wall.
Ooh. More yellow.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys do?
Can
I want
use
to.
Arcana check to
yeah.
see if I know what it is.
The symbol? Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
I want to do a history check on it to see if it's something.
I'll do religion.
Damn, guys, how am I supposed to play this? Okay, history does not do anything for it. It's not part of history. Not part of known history. Not an insight roll.
Simon's able to tell that this was not natural to the cave.
Pepper, you can tell that it is some kind of religious symbol. It's definitely a cult symbol, but you don't know which cult. Daibu? Arcana isn't really relevant here. It's more of a religion.
Okay.
But you determine that with your Arcana roll. Good job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not magic, guys.
Can we look around and see if there's any like signs of was there a lot of tracks or anything in this cave?
Roll an investigation. You guys can all roll an investigation.
Ooh, investigation's no bueno.
All right, you guys are feeling around the walls, and Pepper is not. It's feeling is not his primary sense.
Nothing gets past me though.
The old critical
Sniffing around.
19.
And he can smell that this wall with the symbol on it. Something's fishy about it. So he
Ooh,
puts
it
his
smells
hand.
like fish.
Yeah, it's really fishy. So he puts his hand on it, and his hand goes right through it.
Ooh,
My paw. A bear paw.
There's an illusion of a wall there.
interesting.
I charge forward.
Yeah, being who I am, I literally just keep walking and step through.
You step through?
Yep.
Okay.
I look at Ren, give him a wink, and I follow in.
Roll my eyes and I follow too.
It's a long, man-made tunnel. It goes. It's not that long. I shouldn't have said long, but it ramps upwards a bit. It's about maybe 100 feet long. And as you take your first couple of steps, you can hear chanting on the other side. Let me read what I have here. Let's see. All right, you guys approach the end of the corridor. There's that yellow. What?
I'm not in the right spot.
You're fine where you are. This
We're
is neither of
theater
mine. We're not doing map stuff.
Oh.
So that yellow symbol that you saw on the cave wall, it's painted on the walls of this tunnel as well. First, it's really, really sparse, and then it gets super dense as you progress through the tunnel. At the end of the long corridor is a massive chamber that stretches 100 feet up and 100 feet down in like a sphere. You guys are up on kind of like a ledge looking down at, it's kind of like
it's like Temple of Doom. Indiana Jones.
It's got these big steps on the bottom half. Let's see here. There's approximately 100 cultists in here.
Jesus.
They're all wearing yellow robes and chanting in weird tongues. Some of them have the face veils that you've seen, and they have the red dripping, and they're muttering very strange words. tone that down a bit.
Jesus
Too,
Christ.
too spoopy.
Yeah, they're chanting complete nonsense to you. It doesn't make any sense, and it starts kind of very somber and
Is it
and mellow.
primordial? I understand primordial.
You don't it's not primordial.
What is it? I might understand
You
it.
don't understand.
Can I religion check?
Yeah, you can do a religion check.
I'm a wind speaker.
Good for you.
It doesn't sound like the wind.
Oh fuck! I exited out of the game on accident. I'm coming.
It's definitely of a religious nature, but you can't pin down which one. You
Gotcha.
hear the people who rolled high in religion. Let's see here, Daibu and Mani. You guys are listening closely to the words that are getting mumbled, and it's mostly nonsense. And then every once in a while, you'll hear the word Haster.
Haster.
Yep.
Aster?
So around Aster,
Bastard.
around the chamber are a couple of pedestals where cultists are occasionally climbing up, saying a couple of words, and stabbing themselves in the stomach with a dagger.
Cool.
And you can see that the blood drips down from the pedestal down a path, and that path feeds into a pool in the middle of the room. The path is even though the blood entering it is red, the path is swirling yellow, and there's a some sort of priest standing over the pool with some sort of book that he's reading from, and everybody is chanting as he's chanting too, and they all kind of start to come into a cacophony. They all come into a synchronization as he's chanting, and he drops the book, and everybody goes silent, and he steps into the pool, and he starts to scream pain. He's got these. He's just in so much pain. Something is happening, and he goes under the water, and you can just see his yellow cloak floating at the surface, and everything is completely silent. And then there's, after a silence, there's like a quake, like a bonk of the earth, and you can see that the pool also has like a ripple from the bonk, and a single tentacle emerges from the swirling
I
yellow
knew
blood,
it.
and several cultists let
It's
out
a
a
RAS
gasp.
campaign. Has to be tentacles.
They continued chanting louder than before. The tentacle hugs the edge of the pool and begins to search its surroundings, and many tentacles emerge with it and have a similar behavior. Two displacer beasts blink into existence. You guys know what displacer beasts are?
Yeah.
I think that
kinda-
sounds
I want to say
familiar.
we ran into one, didn't we? in the
Nope.
last
Yeah.
They're kind of like panthers, but they
Oh
have
shit.
two
No, I don't remember
kind of
that.
tentacles that also come off of them, and they can
Yeah.
blink around. They're
I've
pretty crazy.
fought him before.
Yeah, they're nutty. And they start kind of growling at the cultists, like scaring them off, moving them away from the pool, as more of the tentacles kind of search the room. And it's you can tell that the displacer beasts are sniffing around these cultists, and one of them snatches at one of the cultists' faces, eats it off. They're searching for non-believers. A figure emerges headfirst from the pool of blood with that same cultist hood over it, and now it's looking even more tattered, and it's the hood is just large enough to hide his face. Let's see here. He's also got a necklace with the same symbol that you guys saw on the walls, and tentacles pour out from the bottom of the cloak and raise him up. Even though he's kind of got like a humanoid hand. Yeah, he rises from the pool and he's like, "I am complete." And you can see him search the room, and you can actually tell that he looks up at you guys, and he raises one of his humanoid hands, and all the cultists go completely silent. He points at the party, and he belches out an unknown language in a very angry tone. And the cultists seem to understand him, and they look up and they all now notice that you guys are at the entrance of the room, including the displacer beasts.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Dash. We
Run.
dash.
So it's theater of
Agree
the
fire.
mind. We're not doing combat here, but if you guys would like to roll just initiative to kind of see who would like to act first here.
Oh,
I think
crap.
you got to take
How
us
do
to
I-
a place where we can actually, select our
We're not,
token.
we're not doing turn order. We'll just look at the chat.
Ah, gotcha.
I did a 1.
We're missing one, I think. Keith.
Oh shit.
You
My
got that. That's fine. That's a D20.
Yeah.
It's fine. Pepper.
+2.
There are 100 cultists, an elder god, and 2 displacer beasts coming at you.
Why did it have to be me first?
We run.
I breathe
Yeah,
fire.
but Yogg is going first. What would Yogg do? Yeah.
Throw something at him.
I mean, would
All right, boys.
Yogg have any
Well,
reason to be mad at
Manny,
this?
This
Manny.
is a fun one.
Manny, 10
No,
minutes.
Yeah, no, I like look at the rest of the party and I like glance back at the onslaught coming at us and I go, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And I just like, I just take my big arms and I just like shove the party towards the exit.
All right. You start down the tunnel path, and you can see at the exit there are a couple of more cultists waiting for you.
I start playing the baseball, and I'd say charge.
You
And-
hear like a, and out of one of the walls adjacent to you, a blue and white swirling portal opens, and then an old elf pops his old head out and says, "Come with me. There's no time."
Does he look like Rick Sanchez?
It's like Rick Sanchez meets Doc. What's his face?
Doc Brown.
Yeah.
1000%. Then I jump into the portal head first.
The portal was situated vertically, so you just run and jump through it. But the way you come out, it's positioned horizontally, so you fucking eat face on some wooden floor, all of you. And standing there is an old elf mage, and he rotates a key and closes this portal that he had opened for you guys.
Phew.
Let's see here. The wizard checks his keychain and is noticeably concerned that there are only 2 keys left. The party is surrounded by thousands of disorganized books, an unkempt desk with papers strewn about. Let me change the music really quick here. It's not creepy anymore. Okay. We're saved. Okay. Let's see here. He goes, hello, I'm Del, the Grand Mage of the Realm.
Oh my god.
That was a close one, boys.
Oh, it was indeed. Thank God you shut up.
So he's visibly
Okay.
old now, though?
Yeah, he's very old.
I want to do a history check to see if I've heard Dell.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
You
Old
haven't
Man Blevins didn't have that book.
he calls for this. He goes, Otto, and this little trinkety automaton comes in. It looks like a telescope on 2 legs. It's kind of weird. He goes, grab me the story of the Legends of Time. And the automaton's like, weep whoop, and it goes off and it does whatever, and he just kind of sits there smiling at you guys.
I want to say, so where are we?
He goes, you're in my tower, you're safe and sound.
But where's
where's
your
that?
tower?
He goes, it's part of the realm. You're good, you're good. The automaton comes back with the book, and he fumbles around as he skims over a bunch of the stories, and he goes, I gotta be very careful about the information I give you here. I'm very afraid of the causality and the fragility of timelines. You know how that goes.
Uh-huh.
Here it says here. Dell, that's me, regaled the nubile party with Haster's evil plan to reverse time to before the origin of magic. That way, Dell told him, that's me, Haster would be able to absorb the Mage Comet and become the most powerful being on the plane. He pauses and thinks back to what he had just said. He goes, the Mage Comet? That story's real? Otto, fetch me that book of tall tales and ancient fables. And he grabs another book and he goes, I can't believe... Okay, it says here, long ago, before angels, before man, even before plants, the realm was but dirt and rock, completely lifeless. The Mage Comet came from another realm and crashed into the northeast lands, breaking to 1,000,000 pieces. The pieces scattered throughout the land and gave birth to everything we know today, from the grass to mankind itself. We are all magic. I thought that was a kid's tale, he laughs. The book only says that I task you with visiting each temple to retrieve your legendary weapons. Also, unlock the ancient seals. Oh, and take good care of the tiefling kid. Then you're supposed to head to the altar of Aza? Did they mean the ruins of Aza? The altar's been completely dilapidated for hundreds of years. Yada yada yada. Oh, here's the most important part. And he slams the book shut as he says this. You guys need to wake up! And you guys all wake up in the Wayward Inn, and the sun is shining through the windows.
Whoa.
Interesting.
God damn it.
And that is session 1.
Fuck.
Put it in
Damn.
the books.
Like it, Ras.
Dang.
Shit was jangly.
What just
I was so ready to try and do a deception and sleight of hand and steal that book.
So that concludes the first chapter of my 9-chapter saga. The first chapter is The World. You guys will get loot rolls at the end of every chapter. They won't usually be one session long. This is just for the first chapter. So you guys get a loot roll for the Brill fight, other than whoever takes the axe, the boss item, and you get another item roll for the conclusion of the chapter. We can take care of that next time if you guys would like. I know it's getting late.
Yeah, let's do it in the
time.
morning, maybe.
And then Diver will also take care of your spell scroll thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
Well done, boys. Good start.
GG.
Whew.